and it'll turn
It'll
green.
have a little green. Okay,
Cool.
there you go.
Okay, cute. And I will check us just to see where we're at.
She's
and
scary
see.
and terrifying and beautiful all at the same time.
So,
I love that.
Same.
So she.
Ariel, look at the camera.
Hello.
Oh, there you go. You know where to look.
I do.
Yeah.
If you need. All right, cool.
So that's kind of her thing. Now she's this thing in between. He expected to have a vampire, and it didn't work all the way.
Got you.
So it was like a botched turning. So she's steadily been like going the direction of becoming a full vampire with the addiction and the aggression and all that stuff. But she's fighting it because that's deep down. She has a deep connection to nature.
Yeah.
So she's got a lot of internal conflict.
Right, because it's kind of a natural what has happened to her.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And
go ahead.
Okay. And Michael?
My character is Merid.
Okay.
He is a dragonborn sorcerer. His family comes from fighters historically, and he was the runt of his litter and started to develop magical powers instead.
What color dragon?
He is a silver dragon.
Oh.
So he has frost powers as his arcana.
Very cool.
He is now level 5 sorcerer, 3 levels of warlock. So at the break, we need to talk.
What would you like to know, my child?
Well, you told me to hurry up and get to 3 levels of warlock, so I was like, okay. I always listen to my DM's instructions. It's always helpful. He felt like an outsider.
Right.
He always felt alone in his powers. He wasn't doing what everybody else was doing, so he always felt isolated.
Right.
Scared of himself, because as his powers manifested, something always went wrong before it went right.
Right.
There was always the chaos before the purpose.
Such as the nature of sorcerers.
There was the destruction before the beauty, before the power. So Merid very much sees the struggle that in Morithil that she's fighting against in her isolation. He sees that in her because he felt that all his life. So
I feel both of those.
He's loyal to himself, but to the family that he's chosen. So very protective. Can be very powerful. Can be a little bit gruff.
Yeah. Understandable.
But yeah, that is Merid in a nutshell.
Wow.
And if your question is about what patron to take, it's the Celestial.
Okay.
The Celestial. You will have 4 healing die, that you can cast at people as a bonus action. It works similar to Healing Word, and that's something the party was struggling with. Yeah, and last but not least, we have Brian.
So, my name's Brian. I play Kale Oakshadow. I'm a variant human druid. Basically,
is it in her background?
I joined in after they had already kind of got
right.
So that's why if you look at my character sheet, I'm pretty sure it still says female on there because initially I was playing my twin sister. I have not changed that. I'm trying to figure out how to fix that. I was playing her, and she was a druid that was looking after these kids.
Right.
So when I made Kale, I wanted him to be he is somebody who basically he's coming in. He was looking for her. He was like, look, they're all stuck on this island. He knew his sister was missing. That gave him reason to be there. Now at this point, it's like, okay, I kind of like these guys. So we're still dealing with the children. We're still getting them out of that initial situation and taking them actually back to my home tribe.
Okay, gotcha. So they're children from, are they related to you?
No, my sister just, she's a caretaker. She took them on. And
as you do, you pick up her work for them.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And so, with her, it was like, okay, so when they got the kids, they got them to safety whenever they were all captured by that cult. So now we're dealing with this bigger bad, which is infiltrating the main city.
Yeah.
So my idea was, okay, screw the city. We can take them to a church inside the city, but the city's overrun. They're not going to be safe there. So we went hella north, and the tribe that I come from lives up there. The idea being they can't be used as pawns if they're never on the plane.
Literally. Yeah, if they're never seen, then they can't be an issue.
Exactly.
Wow. I love all 3 of these stories individually. I can relate a little bit to all of them. So.
Cool. All right, so let's take care of all of this. Hello, everybody, and if there's anybody out there, or when you watch this later, welcome to the Hand of Fate Dungeons and Dragons campaign. Okay. In any case, as you see, we have a new member, Ariel. Welcome her.
Happy to be here.
Thank you. Glad to have you. Cool. Tonight will be actually kind of fun, and you're coming in at a very specific moment, and it's things are starting. Last time we had a lot, and I mean a lot of exposition that happened, and we found out a lot. But let me go to why this is called the Hand of Fate campaign. If you're out there and you're just sitting watching the chat, jump in the chat so I know you're there. I can watch you on my phone or there. I have these cards. They're called the Hand of Fate cards. They are Uno cards, yes. They're Uno cards, but they're yellow, green, and red. And if you see something that happens to one of our players or after a battle that you don't think that should be the way that things go, you raise your hand by putting something in the chat and you let me know, hey, I want this to happen instead. I will draw one of these cards. If it is a yellow card, then, is that me? If it's a yellow card, then you roll to see if you're successful. If it is a red card, you automatically fail. But there's something interesting about the red cards. If it's an odd numbered red card, something odd happens instead, and that's my choice, okay? And then there are the green cards. The green cards, you succeed. And just by the way, that happens for the players every once in a while as well. So this is my way of just livening up the game a little bit and giving everybody a chance to participate. In my Wednesday game, it was fun. It was the first time we had somebody that followed the entire evening, and she was changing the action right and left. May have to put the kibosh on that one just a little bit, you know? But in any case, she had a good time. She got to participate, and I know that at least a few of my friends and some people here might have somebody out there that's watching. And then just FYI, the other way that I use the Uno cards is the blue cards. I use them to help track initiative. Okay, so let's just a short synopsis of what happened last time. First of all, remember, Peter got a new pair of shoes. Right. Peter got a new pair of shoes. He actually skinned with somebody's help. Who helped him skin the wereboar?
I think I did.
Okay. Yeah. He had lost his shoes throwing them at pirates on the pirate ship. And then he stomped off, as teens will do, and said, Peter got a new pair of shoes. And he just walked on into the tent, and he's getting ready to make his shoes. Things that we found out the last time. Someone named Ashok is working in the background. ASHOK, for those of you that keep notes, Ashok. What's the one thing you remember about him, Morito?
About Ashok?
Yeah, Ashok.
Not a lot.
Not a lot, because it's been a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So let's see what everybody remembers here first. Merid.
I wrote down that the cult of thieves that we encountered on the island that were inclined to poison, they seem to serve Ashok. And we need to warn all the other priests of Saraswati about him.
And you, Kale, know the majority of this simply because it came to you in a chemically induced dream.
Yeah. I smoked some. Yeah.
Just like a druid would.
I mean, yeah, we were on the boat. It was late, and when I was bored, I decided to, partake.
Okay.
And inadvertently,
not pass.
yeah, I should have passed.
There is a reason my name is Serenity. So
Fair.
So Ashok is a deity.
You don't know. But in any case, what do you remember?
So, yeah, in my drug-induced stupor, I saw Ashok basically talking about something about betrayal from Saraswati.
And he was speaking directly to what Vikram has described as Saraswati. Four arms, and an instrument in one of them, and a peacock at her side.
Huh.
Okay, that's a thing. But yeah, I saw that. What else? I mean, they're like, I guess that cult is they're very much like they're not undead, they're not living, they're kind of in that gray space, that gray area between. So
Someone else you know.
yeah, which is alarming to say the least. And then as far as what else we did, talking about with the kids, like
yeah, and we sort of got everybody up to date. By the way, I promised him I would do this because I found a really good contractor. If you're in Houston during all this snow, Angel, give me a call if you need, or message me if you need a contractor. His name's Angel. He's a great guy. He's a licensed contractor, and he's a licensed HVAC guy. Yes, he gave me a break on the price, but I said I would let you know here. So contact me if you need a contractor. There we go. All right, so let's get back to where we were. And here we go.
I'm sorry, my assistant didn't say that we were already taking ads. So
we were doing ads, cool with it, but like,
well, I mean,
I don't think
we may as well, a little bit at a time.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So here is where we are. Do I have Peter on there anywhere? Oh, he seems to have disappeared. All right. So let's just come around here. You had just killed the werewolf.
So we still making our way to
Yes,
village?
yes, you are on the edge
We've
of
gone
the
over the cliff.
peninsula. Yeah, you climbed the cliff, and just over the edge of the cliff was a place that looked fairly reasonable where you could stop and rest. And you made it through most of the night. Earlier in the morning, though, these three werewolves came out. Peter managed to get enough of their skin to replace his shoes.
But I written down that there was a dragon who was casually observing us from the sky. Has he?
Yes, no.
we were climbing the peak.
Yeah.
Yes, this area, Kale knows about this because this is his tribe lives near here. About 2 or 3 days journey north is an area of Islam where dragons live. And they all seem to get along at this particular amount of time. There is no evil dragon, no good dragon. They're all just dragons. And occasionally they fly and they're hunting or they're observing. They're just sort of out on a mission. And they never seem to land yet at this point, or at least they never have. So nobody's really that scared of them.
I wrote in my
Right
notes
now.
that Merrin had a sense of longing as he saw the dragon flying above.
Yeah. So,
What the landmass names that I would know?
you are on the peninsula of Islam.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get you in about. Let me get them.
No problem. Yeah.
I know where you are. Let me get you there.
No problem.
All right. What would you like to do? Morito.
So we just finished this fight.
Mm-hmm. Just done.
Gotcha.
You bit a werebear.
What time is it?
Wereboar.
Sometime in the night.
The sun is about ready to rise.
Okay. So Mauricio will just kind of go off a little ways off by herself and go through some of her people's rituals. It's like a thing to calm herself down.
Okay. Get rid of some of the bloodlust.
Yeah.
All right. So give me let's do that Constitution. That should be a Constitution, or you can use Wisdom for self-control. I'll let you choose. While he's doing that, Married, you're up next. Okay.
Okay.
All right, I'll go with Wisdom. I'm gonna save 15.
15. All right. Yeah, you save, and if there's any little tasties sitting around that you need to, obviously with that you can do so. Merit.
So, being that is it wereboar a magical creature?
Yes, it is magical. It is
So
monstrous
Merit
in nature.
Want to make his way towards the front of the pack, and I would cast Detect Magic.
They do not appear to have any magic on them, but by now they have actually turned back into their normal selves.
But can I use it for the duration of the spell? As we're
Yes,
moving forward? So I
absolutely.
can
Moving
set that
forward,
to
it's
30
10 minutes or an hour.
Does that mean that his shoes?
An hour?
For the sake of this, he's a very macabre little teenager. He's a goth, okay? No,
I
for the
mean-
sake of this, he got it done before this
And it
happened.
detached.
Okay, cool. That's what we're gonna say.
Peter, 1 hour for.
Okay. So, you can absolutely be detecting magic all this time. Okay, Kale. Stomp. Peter got some new set of shoes.
I'm gonna let him go handle his business. We're still in the middle of the night, so
No. The sun is about ready to rise.
okay, cool.
And you had already completed your long rest.
Right.
Your tribe, their normal place where they are is to the east and just a little bit north of where you are.
Okay. I'm gonna go because I saw Morithil absolutely devour a wereboar.
Okay.
That can't be good for you. So I'm gonna go over and kind of just like check and make sure she's doing all right. Like,
So as you get near, tell me how you regained your composure.
So basically, when Kale walks over, what he's going to see is she's sitting in the dirt. She's got some runes drawn around her. There's a little bit of blood, kind of a stain from one side of her mouth. Maybe she ate someone or something. Maybe not. Could be hers. Could be someone else's. And she's kind of in a little bit of a trance, like mumbling this like proto-elven language.
seeing that I'm not really going to disturb you. It's kind of like
do not disturb.
Her eyes are open. Well, I will say her eyes are open, and assuming you're not trying to be stealthy.
No, I'm walking up. I'm just I'm going up, like making myself like known, but I'm not trying to
She's gonna keep mumbling, but she will make eye contact.
Okay. I'm just kind of going to give you a nod, like
She doesn't look like she's ferocious.
right.
So
Going to give you a nod, like you good, like
she'll just nod.
So the
all right. With that, then I would go back. What did you like? Where are you at? Like you
I just wanna go
you're still
towards the-
past the tree.
I'm assuming that our camp is still set up.
your camp is still
You got
set up.
the
It'll be fairly easy to break down. It's just you and the children. How did you get the children up there? I forgot.
We spent a whole day.
Yeah, it took the whole day
Bringing them
because
up
it's
via
just
ropes and-
straight up thing. So they're kind of tired. You may want to see what you can do. All of you all know how kids are when they are that tired. It's like
Right. It's
even if you put them on the little thing where their hand is in the loop.
you're going to be dragging them fast. So
Could be that we need to stay another day.
yeah, I think yeah, I'm gonna come over to you and like I know that we're in the area around here. I don't know specifically where that is, so I can scout ahead and I can go find them. Let the kids rest. Once I've got a direct location that we need to move to, then I can come back and let everyone know.
So roll a history check real quick.
That is what is? I don't remember what my history is. Sorry.
So Merritt would say, my friend, I know you know these lands.
Yep.
Do you feel it's wise to go anywhere?
I think, given the circumstances of where we are here, we have the cover. I mean, I don't think those were sent by anybody. I think they were kind of just passing by. So beyond what we've already faced, I don't. Doesn't seem any more dangerous. Now, if we go out into the fields and the
Travel well, my
plains,
friend.
yeah, if we go out to
Travel
the
well.
plains, then we're sitting ducks for anything.
So Rosalind is there as well, or Peter would be more than happy to walk along.
You know what? Screw it. I've been wanting to try this. I'm gonna shift into a giant eagle
Okay.
because I can fly now. So I'm gonna shift into that, and I'll tell Peter, like, because I've got telekinesis.
Uh huh.
You want to be a scout? Come with me.
Yeah. Peter got an eagle now. Peter got shoes. Peter got an eagle. Yeah. All right. So Peter does all that stuff, and you take off to fly. All right. Serenity. It is around the moon. Is starting to lighten, meaning that the sun is starting to come up.
Mm-hmm.
Where you are. You have come from the south. You were sort of shunned from the city of Bremen when they saw you, and you're not exactly sure why. But they didn't even want to let you inside the gates.
I don't know why I'm such a normal girl.
No, you know all of exactly. That's I'm
just
sure.
a normal lavender skin, lavender hair girl.
Exactly, and so you wander to the north. Do me this favor, actually. Roll for me a Constitution saving throw, because in order to get to where you are, you would have had to pass over some mountains.
Okay. That's gonna that 20. All right.
So you made it over the mountains.
What do you mean?
You know,
I don't even say you glided.
and this has been a fairly long journey, but for some reason, uneventful. Roll an insight check.
That's a 17 plus.
I like the juju she brings to the table.
And 7, 24.
It's almost as if things are avoiding you. So you're traveling along a path.
Mm-hmm.
You come to a very calm, cool, clear river. All right. It's not even big enough to be called a river. You know, it's like a large stream.
Okay.
So you could probably just step across it. It's not flowing very fast, but on the other side of it, there's a more wooded area, and near that wooded area, you can smell the fires of the cooking fires.
Interesting.
And you get the vague sense that there is some civilization of some sort over there. What would you like to do?
I think that I want to tepidly. I want to. Is there a breeze blowing?
1, 2, 3, yes. 4, 5, 6, no. Yes, there is a breeze blowing. It is blowing from the 1, 2, 3, 4. It is blowing from the north, so it is a cold breeze, and it's coming from the direction that village is.
I'm going to, as if called by the air itself, my floating hair tendrils and everything, I'm going to kind of float as if a ghost to try to silently, I don't know, I'm just going to peek around.
So is this? I'm not as familiar with the Air Genasi race. Is this something they can do?
Their hair is usually, all the Genasi, their hair is usually kind of a part of the element situation.
And as far as crossing the stream, the river, are you trying to get up and over it, or are you?
I'm going to go ahead and kind of, we're going to try and do our best Jesus walk.
All right. So I guess
That's what she looks like.
that's dope.
Like that.
Yes, actually, wait, I have a picture.
Okay. I'm just like, what the fuck does an Air Genasi look like?
There we go.
Such lavender.
So we will see.
Got that 9-0 look from World of Warcraft.
We will see here what you do all of this. There we go.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, there we go. I have to remember to touch this screen every once in a while, otherwise it disappears. All right. Let's see just how Jesus-like you are. Here we go. All right. Hands up, babe. So you want to float across. Here we go. Would you like to cut them first?
Yes, sure.
And fake cards.
All right. Okay.
So you got 3 of them.
So As you are crossing the water.
It's been a long journey, y'all.
Well, here's the thing. Yes, it has been. It's been like 2 days. As you're crossing the water, here's the thing. And let me switch to. Oh God. Okay. As you're crossing the water, you do trip and fall. When you fall, all of a sudden you hear. You hear these animal noises coming not just from where the village area is. You hear these animal noises coming from every single direction.
They are for sure animal noises. It's not.
Roll a perception check.
Okay.
Or you can roll survival.
That's going to be 13.
You have 3.
Probably perception. +4, so 17.
These sound very, very real. Very much, very real.
Okay. Do they sound like they're coming toward me, or just they've been alerted?
Well, with a 17, you would be able to tell if they're coming towards you. They seem to be stationary.
Okay. I'm just going to. It's been a long journey. I'm just gonna call. I'm just gonna call out to any sort of like non-animal sentient beings that might be there. I'm just going to say, hello, season's greetings.
It goes completely silent.
Okay. Not much for talking. Okay. Ignore me. I'm just gonna continue my little track. Please.
Going to do what?
Continue my track.
Okay, so you continue your track northward towards where the village is.
Correct. Yes.
Got you. Very good. Hold on to that. You're flying. You can smell the scent of home. Yeah. And Peter sees food. Food! Giddy up! Yeah, fly up! Tries to figure out what he's going to say. As you're getting closer, you see a purple-skinned person face plant on the other side of a small river that you know is south of your village. And then you hear something, and you know what it is. It's you know what you hear all these animal sounds that are going on around everywhere, and this thing gets up. Roll a perception check. No, an insight check.
Insight. Okay.
And Peter will roll one too.
It's a 21.
Okay, so from what you can tell, this person, this thing, does not appear to be to have bad intentions.
Right.
Peter disagrees with you. Dive! You hear from your back. Dive!
Calm down, young one. Not that big a deal. She doesn't seem too aggressive right now.
What would you like to do?
If I know that, can I see my tribe and everything?
It's hard to see them. They're very good at literally just standing right next to the tree when they get alerted the way they were.
Right.
So you can't tell where they are.
But I can see their campfires, though, right?
Yeah. You basically know where their campfires are. You know where the village is.
Okay. Then I'm going to land right on kind of the outskirts of that. I'm not going to just dive bomb into their camp.
Okay.
Trying not to scare the crap out of everyone around.
All right. So, and as you stand up and begin,
I think I'm literally whistling like a.
Oh God.
I'm the row you're boating.
So later,
I'm just like, oh my
I'm
God.
trying to give off the impression of complete innocence here.
So you move yourself forward, and this giant eagle, literally about 4 times your size, with a little boy on it, a teenage boy, lands in front of it, and Peter, jumps off. Wait there! And just goes at you. He's a little 11-year-old.
Take my wing and just like stop like that. I'm blocking him. I'm like,
I do make arms as if because
right.
okay, kid, back up and rewind.
Calm down. Everybody, calm down. It's okay. We mean
You're
you no
using
harm.
telepathy?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So I just hear
I'm
this.
an animal. I can talk to you.
Okay, cute.
Right. I'm like, it's okay. We mean you no harm. Yes.
Okay.
The bird. Yes.
Okay, so okay, had to make sure. Hi everybody. Could I just need a place to lay down, just a place to sit, just to. It's been rough. It's been rough. I don't know if you can hear me, Eagle, but child, if you can try. I'm not.
I understand you.
Okay.
It is okay.
Okay, this is a little creepy even for me.
Here, hang on real quick. Right back into human form.
Okay. Wow. Thank you. That's helpful.
Of course.
You let the secret go.
I don't. It's not.
And he turns around and walks off.
We are in Village of Druids.
Wait,
I have a picture.
What?
Your picture for Caleb.
For Kale? Yeah, it's on my account. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no. I am but a vessel. I'm kind of just. She hasn't completely relaxed yet. She is a little bit. She's kind of side-eyeing Peter, though, because.
Yeah, rightfully so.
Because she's like. Oddly enough, the eagle-turned person is a little less threatening.
Right.
Hi.
What brings you to these lands?
Literally anything but where I came from. I've been shunted out for seemingly no reason. I mean, I'm a delightful house guest, honestly. I've been shunted out of Bremen, you said?
Bremen.
I've been shunted out of Bremen, and I've kind of just been walking.
Now, what is the name? Well, you roll an insight check.
17.
The skin's purple.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But it's a bit of an odd, even for purple.
Okay. It's like a pastel kind of.
Passion, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You are not like any I've ever seen before. Where do you come from?
Well, like I come from a mountain far off yonder, and you know what they say. Individuality is nothing if not the best icebreaker, and so yeah, I'm just an individual. Are you familiar with Genasi?
I've heard of Genasi. Yes.
Yeah, I'm an air Genasi.
Oh, okay.
So,
Roll an insight check.
12.
Okay. Everything she says, it seems to be the truth so far.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Well, Genasi, do you have a name?
Serenity.
Serenity.
Yes, Serenity.
I'm Kale. This is Peter.
All right.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm such a fuck. We are looking for my tribe here.
Okay.
I believe we seem to have stumbled on the same camp at the same time.
Got you.
They're
Does
not.
your tribe look like you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We, assuming you are not hostile and you give them no reason to, I see no reason we can't help you out a little bit, at least while you're passing through.
And at this time, someone you recognize as your father, who is considerably older at this point, because you've been away for a little while, steps out with several other people, and they take a look at her and say, "Stay there, Dark One."
Dark One.
You two, back at the camp.
I haven't seen nothing yet. If I don't end up on a fire,
So I would like to point out that she is literally dressed like boho hippie, like very, very much like she's like a kombucha girl. And
do you hear any weapons?
I do have a flail.
She does not need
I sort of have a flail at my side. It seems more sanctimonious and like almost like a religious artifact.
Ornamental.
Yeah. But other than that, she is very scantily clad. She's definitely she's wearing kind of a turquoisey.
Nothing about you would seem alarming. So
No, I definitely look the part of somebody who is of a religious affiliation.
So you are back there trying your best, the two of you, to help these kids get ready for the remainder of this journey. Now, you brought the captain along with you, and Rosalind is there with you to help. So you got at least half a day to nourish them and get them to the point where whatever's coming, they can do it. What would you like to do? And we counted there were 12. There are 12 of them.
Meriwether would come to Morito. I still think selling these kids into slavery would have been a
Sweet
good
Jesus.
idea. But the Dark Urge is just frustrating. What is it going to take to get these kids the rest of the journey? Oh,
I understand the urge.
I almost want to eat them at this point.
No, you don't.
I don't.
One little girl kind of looks at you and she kind of walks off.
Go find some firewood, darling.
Make sure your pack is ready.
La, la,
The
la,
children are ready to
la.
go.
Did you just smurf off on it?
Smurf off. Continue.
That's swearing. Did you just
You just cursed me. You smurf. You're trying to smurf these kids.
smurf yourself?
Continue.
Just
I would be like, okay, children, gather around, come here. I get their attention.
Mhm.
We have one more leg to this journey to get you safe to the village. It's going to take care of you before we finish this perilous journey. If you will get your things together, Merritt will show you something you've never seen before.
he's quite magical.
So do I need to roll persuasion?
Yeah, go ahead and roll persuasion. Let's do this real. Let's do it on the up and up.
That's 18.
And they're like, woohoo, woohoo! Mary's gonna show us stuff. Woohoo, woohoo! And they're all just jumping around. Hooray, hooray, hooray!
And as I my hands start to glow blue,
Mm-hmm.
I looked at the sky. My mouth starts to glow blue as well,
Mm-hmm.
and I cast my dragon's breath. So at this foliage, I just let out the huge plume of frost, in a thunderous roar, and put out the campfire because we need to do it anyway.
Yeah.
And show this is a tremendous.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
And just rum and frost.
Right. So you put it out, and 11 of the kids are like, yay! And the one little girl's like, I'm pointing at you. And she runs to you of all people. Help me! Help me!
What is she? Does she just want to say something, or does she like wrap herself around?
Oh yeah, she's doing the around the leg thing.
Okay, so Morito is just going to kind of like do this whole thing, and she's gonna look horrified.
Please! She rolled an 18 on her persuasion, but you do you.
Yeah, she's just gonna look horrified and paralyzed in fear, abject fear, for a minute, and then just like reach down and unwrap this. And she's like looking, but like she's not seeing what she's looking at. She's got a 1,000-yard stare. She's just gonna unwrap this little girl's arms, push her away, not all the way, like not letting her go, but then kind of snap out of it a little bit and look her in the eyes. Lean down forward, getting really close to her face. She's she's going to look into her eyes and say, "Your whining is going to get all of us killed. You have a choice. You can control yourself, or you can be controlled."
She tries to break her arm free. Give me a dex thing. And no. She breaks her arm free, and she wraps it back around you.
Oh, okay.
That would be worse.
I will
That would be so much worse for you.
Yeah. I got a 19 on the dice.
All right.
Just got a stiff arm.
I suppose.
Like for
She runs to the captain and she wraps herself around his leg, and he's like, all right.
So
All right.
anyone paying at all any kind of attention will see something that no one in this party has really ever seen. She's actually going to well up with some tears and turn around and walk away from this whole situation, trembling a little bit.
All right. And as you walk off into the forest, off in the distance, just you see, you're not just three very large giant elk. Obviously, they're large, grazing on the grass, and they look over at you just nonchalantly, and then just continue to eat the grass.
It's going to be a little bit of a comfort, actually. Which is probably going to make her actually cry.
Okay. Yeah.
Merritt would nonchalantly just come up to her. Mortizel, these are the moments you must hold on to. The moments of your humanity. The moments where nature still touches that place in your soul that still connects to the living.
And about that time, out of another part of the woods, a very small elk walks out and brushes up against the smallest of the three and nudges its head and begins to nurse.
This is why we do this. So that these children may have lives that live past ours. Let's get these kids to safety.
You're right.
And they continue doing their thing. You go back. The kids are considerably calmer now, including Sarah. She has managed to get her together.
Merritt would come
As much
up to
as
her.
she can, of course. It's like this.
Right.
I would go down and I would take one knee, little one. If I frightened you, I apologize. I would bow my head. Would you like to ride on my shoulder for part of this journey?
Yeah! And she just jumps on. Cool. All right. So we go back to our friends here. All right. So they have come out to back up, Dark One.
Okay. I mean, do I back up or do I stay still?
Dark One.
Okay. Name.
Kale.
Okay, Kale, can you explain that? Like,
And it is the first your father was apparently not looking at you, and that's the first time he notices. Father, you bring this to our village?
No, he did not. I walked up. To be clear, I fell up, rather.
And he makes a signal, and two of them sort of put their weapons down a little bit, but they walk up very close to you, and they walk back.
I'm actually gonna sniff back. I'm taking it custom.
Oh,
We gotta look at Cal.
No.
Bridge pinch.
and you, and they say to your father, it is uncertain.
It is what?
Uncertain.
I cannot guarantee she means us no harm, but I don't feel like it is. I don't feel like she's doing anything.
And your father says, You have been away for far too long. You do not know what is happening here.
You are right. I don't, Father.
Can I just interject? I am walking up by myself, and I'm very clearly outnumbered. And so if I was going to try and cause anybody harm, I would definitely be at a disadvantage here. Also, I haven't pulled out my ceremonial flail.
Well, seeing as you just called it a ceremonial flail, what is it you are hiding?
Okay. Okay. I can call a thing here. Okay. The dead look behind the eye, sort of situation. I was in Air Genasi until some things happened, and now I don't need to eat or drink, and I can walk up walls now.
As druids, would we be able to kind of sense that little bit of undeath in her?
I tell you what, roll a history check. That's probably the best way to do this.
No, it's a 3.
At one point in time, I used to breathe, and not only did I breathe, but I could, create a breeze on the wind with the breath, and now I don't need to breathe.
You sound like one I travel with. Do you have fangs now?
No. It's more a look in the eye, a very gaunt sort of.
Definitely has that.
I don't have use for fangs, if that's what you're asking.
Not use for fangs, but is. We're going to visit this later.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a little bit of a personal, touchy subject for me. Right?
Understood. Father, regardless, we don't need to worry here. She is far outnumbered. She's not wrong with that.
Above table, she doesn't feed off of blood. She feeds off of life energy. In the Air Genasi way, she consumes the breath out of people.
Okay, that's right.
Oh,
It's a spiritual thing.
yeah, that's not scary at all.
She's like a Dementor. Like a Dementor, yeah.
And yet her kind
She's
has
like
taken
life force.
order of me.
How recent was this, Father?
A few days ago. You say it's been a long journey. You say it's been days.
I really don't have a kind of a meter for time right now. I've been wandering aimlessly since whatever horrible, tragic thing happened to me.
And just to fill in for you, to help fill in some of the blanks since we talked that it was there. You, part of being shunned, you were told to head to the north where your kind belongs.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, there's no more of my kind that I knew of, so I just, though it was seemingly kind of rude to say say it in the way that they did, I decided maybe I should take the advice and head.
So you have no people either?
I hope I do. I don't really know. Sarah's body and whoever else is up there won't really talk to me anymore. So.
So, if you stay with her here, on the edge of the camp, she can stay.
Very well.
Like right here?
Right here.
Have a seat.
I'm going to literally, I'm going to drop down and lay back, full layout.
Jesus.
And I'm just going to kind of.
Peter, sit with her. I have things that I need to discuss with my father.
So Peter walks over and he sits and he does his best to imitate whatever position you're sitting in.
Oh, I immediately jolt up and I'm like.
So he's sitting there with his 2 daggers and he's like this, straight at you. And your father says, "For a moment, come." He he says,
So Peter, do you like music?
Well, that's probably not the kind you just out of friendship.
So he takes you into the camp, and what you can see is that it looks as if normal, except for a couple spots where it appears that there has been just a little bit of bloodshed, and so people have been dragged off.
Okay.
At some point, he says, "So, is this the company that you keep now? Now that you are hoi polloi, now that you are so powerful that you don't need us anymore, and you can run away wherever you want to."
The boy is absolutely the company I keep. He is loyal, he's resourceful, he's a great kid. The girl, I have no idea. We all met her together. Now, I have returned for a specific reason. I found my sister. Or do you not remember her leaving before me?
No, she is safe. She went off on a mission.
On a mission?
Yes.
And what was said mission? Why wasn't I made aware of this before I left?
Because you needed to stay here to take over when my time is done.
What was the mission then? What?
She was out to help those in need. Her mission might never have been completed, but it appears now that she has more purpose than she ever could have wished for.
Possibly, yes. But it nearly got her killed. Okay, and had I not shown up when I did, she would be dead.
Which sibling is older?
We're twins, so.
Okay, gotcha.
Technically, she's older than me by like fucking 15 minutes.
Yeah.
She loves to rub it in, apparently. You act like me leaving was a crime. Had I not done it, you wouldn't have a daughter anymore.
And that one stings a little bit. And he's like,
Now,
so what do you wish to do with this new power that you have?
well, I found her. She was doing exactly what you wanted her. She was stranded on an island. They were children. She saved them. They were doomed. And some friends of mine that I met along the way managed to get them off the island. I'm going to just kind of speed repeat everything up to this. I explain the whole situation.
And why do you bring them here?
I bring them here because the church that we found in Brenham was... The whole town is corrupted. If this Ashok and his cult have infested the city, we drop those children off at the church, and they're dead. Or worse. This weird half in between life and death state seems that his followers like to stay in.
So you lead him here.
No, I bring them to the only safe place I can think of in the world. We may not always see eye to eye, Father, but I do respect you, and I understand the power that you bring to the table. I know how much you care about our people.
And he said, well, where are these children? Where is Roxanne?
I left him back at camp. I didn't know exactly where I would find you, and I felt I could get to you quicker on my own.
Bring them. We will go on a hunt, and we will prepare a meal for you.
Very well.
And he signals to two of the tribesmen to go along with you.
Okay.
On the way back.
Are they druids as well?
No, they're of that type where they only have the one spell.
They have the one spell. Okay. I'm gonna tell them where I'm headed.
Okay.
I'm gonna get Peter, and before I leave, I need to what is it you plan to do with her?
She can stay there, or she can go with you.
Can I go with you? I know we just met, but
Peter, stay with camp. Help them with anything they need. If they're going on a hunt, I feel like you would be good for that.
And he stands up.
Good boy.
All right.
Come.
Hi, Peter.
That was scary.
Someone holding my breath during this.
Oh, no, really good too. I was like, wow.
Good.
So you all are sitting there, and you've got these kids.
You're riding an eagle now, by the way. Fucking go.
You've got these kids sort of pulled together. What are you doing to prepare them now? Are you just tell me how you get them, because they're going to arrive fairly quickly now at this point. How are you planning to keep them together? You have engaged them enough that they'll pretty much follow one of the three of you, and Rosalind is there as well.
So I'm thinking we can do the whole take a rope thing, and everybody holds onto the rope.
Okay.
Rosalind can lead the rope.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Rosalind knows ways back to camp.
Yeah.
I know no one better to watch my back than you.
The captain at this point can go to the ship. We don't really need him at this point, I think.
Probably not. Should I take the girl with me?
Still attached to his leg. What? The girl
Or like an albatross.
Oh, yeah.
Bring
No, Sarah's with me now.
Yes.
All right, so she's gonna stay with you. All right, cool.
To get her to chill out, I think I'll put Sarah right on my shoulder.
All right. So you all head out there. It's
That will free us up to look out for any potential danger.
so the
She
two.
can take the lead.
So it's the
If you
two
take
of
the
you
back,
plus
I'll be
Rosalind,
in the middle.
and Rosalind immediately turns into a wolf so that she has greater sense of smell and can tell what's headed her direction.
We'll still be able to.
And she heads out. All right. Oh, wrong place. All right. You all are headed out and to the north when. Oops. No, it's this. I think it's this one. Oh. All right. Ahead of you, you see, actually, Rosalind smells them very clearly.
They stink.
And she lets you know that there are big creatures ahead of you. And they didn't seem to notice her. She'd been running forward and back and forward and back and forward and back. And she says they're looking for something in the brush. She's turned back into a human.
Are we approaching them from the south?
Yes.
Is there any way do you think we can go around them? Maybe avoid.
If you go around them, if you go around them, there's a chance that you will run into whatever it is that they are looking for.
That might be better.
I think we would rather chance that.
Yes.
Okay.
We don't have our other colleagues, so.
I could scout ahead and potentially lure them away. I'm fast.
I think I know you are, and you definitely get everybody's attention. But do you think it would be good to divide our forces when we have so many children to watch over?
Do either of you two speak giant?
I have a couple comprehend languages.
You hear conversation happening. Do you cast comprehend?
Absolutely, yes. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead. All you have to do is cast it. You just click on there, click cast.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And no, it's okay. When you do that, they say, there we go. It says, I think they went in there. Well, there sounds very good right about now.
Oh, man.
And they begin taking their hands, these four right here, this one, and this one, begin moving in there. And what they're doing is they're taking their hand and they're thwacking the trees to the side as they move in and sort of knocking them down. Not completely, but just enough so that they can continue to walk and have room to swing their clubs as they walk in there.
So I'm just going to put my hand up and gesture to stop.
All right. So after it only takes about a minute maybe for these guys to disappear basically into the underbrush to the point that you don't see them. You do hear some screeching, and off in the distance, just above the trees, you see there's kind of some very big looking owl kind of things kind of flying, but they don't fly very high. But you do not see these guys anymore. Let me just get on here. You just see the one who seems to have not listened to anything that they said. He's just sort of off to the side on his own, sort of sniffing over there. Here, little owlbear. Here, little owlbear.
Owlbears are so cute.
By the way, I want to preemptively say, like if I come up on this, I'm gonna see this and immediately tell her to be quiet.
Like, oh yeah, because I'm having a fabulous time. Fabulous time is the first time I've actually touched like that, felt the air,
Right.
in a while.
Right.
But
Flying feels like home.
So my thing is, as a beagle, I'll see it well in advance. So
I ran very slowly, trying to get within, let's see, within 60 feet of it.
Okay.
I guess if I see him starting to creep up.
There you go. Married, and you're coming from over here, and where you go? There you are. Yep. Okay. Start creeping forward, and let me move this map up a little bit. So you're basically off this map, but I put you right about there.
Oh, this square is 5 feet or 10 feet?
They're 5 feet. So you want it as soon as you're within 60 feet?
Yes.
Gotcha. Oh, it won't do that. So we're gonna say we're gonna say you're right at 60 feet.
Then I'll cast command on it.
And you're gonna say it
I would tell it
in
to flee in giant.
Okay. All right. So you tell it to flee in giant. What's your saving throw?
Let's see. Target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw. 15.
He says, and he looks at you and says, "Flee. You look mighty tasty. How about eat instead?" Roll initiative.
Let's go. Okay.
that's two.
Yes. Go ahead and roll.
Tell me I look tasty.
10.
I might
That's a compliment. He meant it as a compliment.
be a snack, but I'm not tasty.
All right. So, anybody roll over 20? 15 to 20.
19.
15, you're number one. 10 to 15.
14.
12.
A 10.
Him?
14, 2, 3, 4. And even though you look mighty tasty, he's kind of slow to come to dinner. What he does is he pulls up another tree limb. So now he's got a club and what looks like a fork in the other hand, headed your direction. All right. Who's number one? What would you like to do?
So he is going to make a gesture and cast hex. Hex.
Okay.
I can hex him as a bonus action, and I can do something as an action that's normally.
Absolutely.
Okay. So she's going to make that gesture, and then her eyes are going to go glowing red, a little bit of lines away from him. She's going to be
Okay.
shrunken. Claws are going to come out a little bit more feral.
Mm-hmm.
Going to.
All right.
Former dread.
Go ahead. So you hex and make that change, and that's your action. Would you like to move as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's going to move. Yeah, she's going to move 30 feet towards him, so she'll be 30 feet away from him.
So we'll say that'll probably be about right there. Cool. All right. Number two. Who's number two?
I am. So.
Okay. So as you're flying, you see about 200 feet down from you, you see an ogre. You see a broad number of things. You see a skirmish going off in the trees over to the side, but you also see two of your companions and a set of and the kids have already started to head north along the path that you know that will take them there. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna let you know, quiet and hang on tight.
What's the bird's movement rate?
I have a 80 flying speed.
Okay, so you could actually close to within 40 feet.
Okay.
And land on the northern tier.
That is good. If you can get me within the
Get you there?
range, yeah.
Okay. All right. So you two land right over here ish, and you're still a giant eagle.
That's so badass. I'm online, bitches. It only gets cooler from here.
Yeah. At level 10, you get the elemental shapes. Yeah. And you are here.
Now my air form, we actually have an inspiration for it.
And
It works out so well.
Yeah. All right. Serenity, I'm going to put you right next to him.
Fabulous.
Cool. And I think that's about 40 feet. We'll just do it. Yep. Gee, imagine that. Got it pretty close. All right, number 3. Oh, did you want to? No, you had to double move. If you have a bonus action as a bird, you can do something.
Bonus action?
Yep, it'd have to be a bonus action.
No, not really.
All right, number 3.
All right, I will attack that ogre.
Okay. Using what?
My witch bolt.
Okay.
That is a 12, but that's a 19 to hit.
19 to hit. That hits definitely.
All right, it's my 2d12 plus 4. 18, 22.
All right.
2 lightning damage.
All right. So you do that, and as a free action, he said, "Come back! They're here!" All right, number 4.
Fantastic.
So I'm within 35 feet.
feet.
I'm gonna immediately close distance, and I'm gonna be like
You have 40-foot movement right now?
50. I have
50,
50.
got it.
Oh, fuck, she's fast.
Wow.
So like air, like wind, I'm gonna be like, Kale, these are your buddies over here.
Yeah, don't hurt the other ones.
Okay,
Kill
good.
the
I've been wanting to fight somebody real bad. So as a bonus action, I could go to a rage, correct?
Okay, yes.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna enter a rage. As she completely kind of flips from her sort of girly girl sort of thing, and she's gonna say, "I've been wanting to
No longer.
wanted so bad," and she's ecstatic about this. And she is going to go ahead.
That's a bonus action. Go ahead. Continue.
She is going to go ahead and saunter on up to this giant, and I'm going to make 2 unarmed strikes.
All right. Yep.
Yeah, as the little gem on her forehead starts to glow, a sort of.
And you two watch as this ashen purple creature you've never seen before runs up and begins to attack.
And she is.
Thing.
Okay, wait, that's an 8 plus. I don't think it's going to hit. 8 plus. What's the plus to hit?
+3 plus what's your strength? Plus what's your dex?
Well, wisdom is what monks use.
No, dex. Dex.
Is it dex?
Yep.
You had your wisdom to your AC, but your dex.
Okay. All right. I got the 2 confused. So it's +2. So 10. I'm assuming.
+5. No, +3. +5 total. +3 for proficiency. +2
Okay.
more for dex. So you're +5 total.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah, you hit.
Oh, okay. So 8 plus 5. Yeah. So that's the first one. Do you want me to just
Go ahead and roll the second one.
Alrighty. That's a 19.
All
Alright. And then roll.
Your martial arts is a
eagle in the back,
D8
right?
D8
or
plus 2.
D10. Okay,
It's a
so
D8
D8
plus
2. Yep. So you want to
That's
roll
the
2 of them and have
one.
at it.
Where's my D8? Do I have a D8? I thought I had D8.
Yeah, it is. It's right there. It's the red one.
The right one.
I was I got plenty if you need them.
So that is a 5 plus 2.
7.
7 for the first one. And 2 plus 2, 4.
4.
So,
11 points of damage. 33. All right. And at this point, you hear from over in that area, the other 4 headed back this direction, but they're kind of. You hear them go, ow, ow, as they are obviously attacked by these birds who take a parting shot at them. But in any case, they're heading back this direction. Probably next round they will be here. Mr. Ogre turns to you with his club.
What you got?
And
What you got? Come on.
10 plus, what is it?
My armor class is 16.
That's 16. The 16 hits for 13 points of bludgeoning damage. All right, back to number 1.
Because I'm raging?
Yes.
Okay.
So 6.
So 6. Gotcha.
Yep. All right, number 1. Oh, Mauricio, you're already over here somewhere.
So he's going to take 4 points of damage.
Oh. Oh, no, you don't.
Does a 13 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So,
All of the D6s of the freaking world.
He does that sometimes.
18, 24, 25, 27, plus 6 is 33. Okay, so this ogre is going to take 33 points of damage as she runs up and sinks her fangs into this thing's shoulder.
All right, and that is, interestingly enough, they're pretty tough, and you get him pretty good. He does go down. What does it look like, if you want to describe
She
it?
just sunk her fangs into him. She's just completely like wild, just like, and just like riding him to the ground, basically.
Okay, it's kind of, gotcha, cool.
I'll turn to you and I'll say, thanks for handling my lightweight girl.
Yeah.
I looked at him.
And make eye contact with you, and you may or may not be sure if she's about to eat.
Can I make
Here, tell her. She's a friend. She's a friend.
It's one of those things where it's actually an action, but yes. All right, number 2.
All right, that's me. I'm going to go up about 30 feet, we'll say, so I can see where.
So they're about ready to head up. The next round, the 4 of them will set on these 2.
Okay, so I'm going to come down, and I'm going to land about right here.
Okay.
Well, I don't know.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so we're there. I'm popping out a giant eagle form.
Okay.
And I'm going to do a wall of fire.
Okay, so change is a bonus action and wall of fire. Cool, gotcha. Okay, there you are.
Buy us some time so we can get,
And I'm gonna move him down there. Kale. And wall of fire. How many feet by how many feet?
It's a 60-foot line that I can draw. Basically from here all the way across.
60-foot line. So here we go. And it's red.
Yep.
Work?
That works for me.
Cool. All right. Number 3 is Merid. Number 4.
Okay.
Oh, I'm also letting you know, like, she's friendly. She's friendly.
I promise. So we don't see the other giants
You
coming
don't
up?
see the other ones, but you can hear them headed this direction.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dash to... I'm basically going to stand in front of Kale, where the giants would be coming out, like as the first line of defense. And I'm going to be like, you're the only friend that we're friends, right?
We're cool.
Oh, yeah, okay, we're cool.
Yeah.
Well, and I really don't want anything bad to happen to my new friend. Because a lot of bad things happen.
So you can prepare an action. When you prepare an action, if you don't know how it works, you get, if I attack, you get one of your 2 attacks.
Coming in.
Got you. Okay.
So if you would like, you could prepare something.
Yes, a sword. I'm going to. I'm actually going to. Do I want to do my flail? No, I'm just going to prepare to. I'm going to prepare to
punch.
Yeah.
Give a punch. Gotcha. Cool. Whatever comes through that fire, I'm punching it. Merid, we went quickly past you, but we're going back to you now. What would you like to do? The ogre that's here is gone. A wall of flame appeared.
Moriel ate him. Now there's a
Oh, so she did.
Yeah, literally ate.
She literally ate
Yeah.
the ogre.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and there's a giant.
And he stayed an ogre.
It was beautiful.
Nice. Yeah, then I would use my action. I would use my movement to move forward next to my compatriots.
There.
And can I do a reaction?
You want to prepare an action?
Yeah.
All right. What would you like to prepare?
I'll do my
Do a cantrip.
do a cantrip.
Because the spell goes off one way or another if you use
Yeah.
the spell. Yeah. That's just how the
When
rules
God
work.
gives you a minigun, what do?
You do Eldritch Blast. Yeah, we'll do. Now I'll do Firebolt.
All right, getting your firebolt ready. All right. So, and just as you get ready to do that, they get to their.
This thing is 20 foot high, by the way, guys. Like that wall of fire is no joke. If they come through it,
And where is that? Okay, gotcha.
There.
you just see
So the one on the
red in my
end,
eyes. Like I'm like,
he's going to make an intelligence check, and he is actually smart enough to go around and sees you. But the other three, do not. They come straight through.
As soon as he comes through, can I hit him?
Yep.
All right.
and they got to make a dexterity save.
Yep. So let me get them all through here.
No problem.
They got no dex. I promise you that.
And when this one comes through, he pushes this one further.
So are these ogres on fire now?
Well, no. What's going to happen is they're going to make a dex save. If they fail, then I got it. Then 5d8 per damn per. Let's go.
Yeah, they're taking that damage. They might.
What is your
15.
save?
15. Is it added to mine, or is it just whatever the spell says?
No, it's just whatever. It puts it in there for you.
Okay.
So they rolled a 15, a 15, and a 15, a 15, and a 17.
If 15 saves, yeah, that literally did nothing.
Literally nothing.
15
They should take half.
Oh, is that what?
Yep, they should take half.
Yeah.
Save for half.
Okay.
Yes, you can go ahead.
Well, damn. All right. Well, yeah. I need. Can I get
When you get the answer you want, just go.
Literally, just go with it. Seriously.
Yeah.
If you want to go ahead and
I did. I rolled 17 on the die.
Can I get a d8?
So 17 on the die plus 7 plus 2.
That's a 6. I'm not touching that.
Yeah.
So 9 points of damage
14.
to that one.
So 9 points of
12.
damage. That one's gone. Actually, let's erase him. So I got
27 damage.
there. Okay, so 27. Did you have it?
No.
Okay, so
27 and a half.
13.
Okay, I did something.
13, and this one takes 7, 20, and that one comes around. Let's see.
The one to the left of me.
Yep, gotcha. And he sees all of that. He can only make it this much further. All right, back to number 1.
This guy.
Okay.
In particular.
Bonus action move. Your hex.
No, I'm not hexed anymore.
Oh, no,
I broke concentration to cast Vampiric Touch.
Okay, gotcha.
The bucket of damage.
Cool, gotcha.
So going to take 1 point of damage. And then 4, 6. Yeah.
Dang, sister. You and these D6.
Yeah. That's like a 23 to hit.
Yep, that's got hit.
20, 25, 28 points of necrotic damage. That one, as she basically just leaps off of the ogre that she rode to the ground onto this other one.
Right over to the next one. That's cool.
28 necrotic.
All right, number 2.
Flying squirrel. Okay, so I'm going to.
Now remember,
Right.
if one of them hits you, your concentration may be gone.
Yeah, I'm not even worried about that concentration on that anymore. It's done its job. Did I get a short rest at the camp? Can we like? I'm asking that because.
But you would have done the eagle, so
Right.
you have one.
I have one left. That's all I'm asking. Like, did I get a short rest at the camp? All right. So if that's the case, cool beans. Well, then we're gonna run the spell, my new spell that I gotta find, that I've been waiting to whip out.
Whip it out.
Cool. All right. Okay.
That only took us an hour and 45 minutes.
Right. I'm gonna pull this combo off for a minute. I'm gonna look at this one right here because this one hasn't taken any damage, right?
Yes, he has. He took the 13 from coming through.
Well, other than like the other one's getting crap out of it. Okay. So I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna polymorph him.
Okay.
You're turning into a rat, buddy.
All right.
Move.
Now, he rolls a wisdom save. Is it wisdom or con?
It's wisdom.
Wisdom. He rolls a 10, so he changes into a rat.
Yep. And then I'm gonna shapeshift with my bonus action into a giant eagle.
Okay.
And I'm gonna grab him and we're going 80 feet in the air.
That's beautiful.
Nice. So you take him up 80 feet in the air. Gotcha. So I'm just going to put you all here.
Right.
All right. Not going to worry about where you are. Just going to do that. There we go.
Right.
All right. 80 is 10 feet per. It's a D6 per feet. All right. Gotcha. Cool. Number 3.
D6 per foot.
Number 2. Sorry. Number 3. It's you, Merritt. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a D6 per 10. Yeah. For 10
Cool.
feet.
Yeah. So I'm gonna cast my.
But you saw what happened when somebody got polymorphed and stomped on before. Continue.
So I have to use my reaction, right? My reaction.
Oh, you didn't. Oh, go ahead and do that real quick. Yeah.
So that was.
I forgot to let you do that.
My 2d10 firebolt.
Did you hit?
Let's see. That is an 11 plus
That
7.
hits.
That's 18.
Yep, that hits.
Yep. Damage.
There you go. Oops, man down. Ooh, that would have been nice. I was like, I picked it up.
You're at 2d10 now.
The 8. Nice. That's
Was
one.
an 8.
So
Yeah, so I got an 8 and a 9.
That's a 9.
Okay, now.
9 fire damage.
9 fire. Yeah.
More fire damage.
Cool. All right. And now it's your turn.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna cast my witch bolt.
You will have disadvantage to hit because you are.
Because you're within 10 feet.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Unless you have a, what is it?
You know what? Then that's fine. Then I'll do something else. Then I will cast.
This is the first time your burning hands won't hit anybody else.
That's true.
Burning Hands. I've never cast this one before. So I want to cast Ice Storm as a 4th level spell.
Okay.
Hail of rock hard ice pounds to the ground in a 20-foot radius.
20-foot radius.
So I'm gonna aim
So
for
hold
those
on a
two.
second. So it's a radius.
Yeah.
Blue.
Yep.
You want to get. So let me draw the circle first. 20-foot radius.
When you're done with that, also this line disappears.
Okay, thank you. All right, and that's about 18. And so your goal is just to
get those two.
These two right here. This one's dead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
These two.
Those two. Gotcha. Cool.
Yep. There you go.
All right. And this disappears.
And
Thank
then-
you. All right. So they say these are con saves.
Right. Yeah.
Thank you.
Dexterity save.
Oh, it is dexterity.
Dex save 15.
Okay. One of them definitely failed. They both failed.
All right. So that is 2d8 bludgeoning.
It's pretty those guys today.
And this guy right here. Okay, so that is a 4 bludgeoning.
Okay. And how much cold?
46.
Here, if you want the good, take the
46 cold. That's 6, 11.
That's a good ass
17,
roll. Yeah.
21 bludgeoning, 21 cold damage.
Okay. Number 4.
Alrighty. So the dude who I just hit. Oh wait. Actually no. I want to try and do this real quick. I want to do.
Secret AC. Or HP.
Don't
Yeah, like
put that
15
there.
or
It is actions. There we go. I want to go ahead and unfortunately, I think this is everybody. It's not going to do damage to you guys, but I just want to see if I can. What is it? Where is it at? I just saw it. 1 second. There. No. Hour of Reaping. So as an action, each creature within 30 feet of you that you can see, or that can see you, must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw, DC 15, or be frightened until the end of their next turn.
All
Or
right.
your next turn, rather.
All right.
Oh, critical fail. On one, right?
Yeah. Yep. No, it was a 7.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. All right. So at this moment, all of them begin to run away.
Yeah. Oh, and you see Serenity. It is like someone has sucked the air. I mean, I know we're outside, but someone has sucked the air out of the room.
And okay, sure. Is comprehend language concentration? Yes or no? If it is, then you lost your
I
concentration.
believe it is.
Okay. All right. So they run up, and unfortunately, the DM has to do a little pity potty. It's quick. So we are going to go ahead and go to a break.
Okay. Fierce.
And we will come to the end of this. Take about 5-10 minutes. Grab yourself some food if you need to. We will be right back, everyone.
Fierce.
All right. It looks like I forgot to switch to our game scene. So this is where we are. My friend Justin is in the chat now. So hey, Justin.
Hello, Justin.
I think there are a couple of other people. He plays in the game along with me on Sunday. He's warming up dinner. So, Justin, I'm going to let you know real quick how this Hand of Fate thing works, and you can watch as we go along. These are the cards that we use, and as you're watching, if you see something, and I'll do my best, and if anybody else wants to open it up on their phone, just you see something that you're like, oh no, I want something else to happen. You just chime in the chat, and you can choose one of these fine people to draw a Hand of Fate card for you, and we will see if you, as the god of whatever you decide to be, god of mercy, god of whatever, whether or not you're successful. That goes for anybody else that happens to be out there in the chat, and I just realized I'm looking down instead of where I need to be looking. That goes for everybody else that's in the chat. If you happen to be there, feel free to just chat away. Let us know what you would like to try. The whole point of this one is to give those of you at home the opportunity to participate without having to get out of your houses and maybe just experience it a little bit, okay? All right, so we're going to get back to the game. We were in order. We were going back to number 1, 2.
Two. Did we already get
Two?
one?
We just finished.
So it was them, and they all actually ran away.
Cool.
All right.
Okay.
So number 1.
So
let me move them away just a little bit more.
Yeah.
And a little bit more because they're running at the fastest speed they can possibly do, and he's struggling to get through the forest, even though they got
Just to be above board, I do think that Merritt. I think that Merritt and Morito. I think that y'all also have to make a.
Does it say everyone of your choosing?
Anyone who can see me.
All right, so go ahead.
DC 15 wisdom saving throw. Okay.
That's great.
19 and.
Yes, it's the change game in improv. Absolutely.
9, you said? You are frightened by me. I'm so sorry.
So on your turn, you will run 60 feet away and then do a saving throw.
Big scary dragon.
Running away from a scantily clad genie-looking serial character.
Very much.
Fantastic.
All sorts of things like that.
Another of Merritt's highlight of embarrassing moments. All right.
It's also embarrassing for her because I don't think she's ever done this before, but I think this is the showcase of it, and she's like, "Damn, I was just trying to."
Yeah, you're trying to help, and you ended up friendly fired.
So
I'm like, "No,
how did you do, Morito? Did you say?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, good. So that was number 1. What are you doing first of all?
She's just gonna look around, and when Serenity does this scary thing, does what does it look like?
So it's actually related to her monkhood because Way of the Long Death. It basically is. I think that you see a simmering of almost like her body is vibrating with the wind, the wind is whipping, but somehow you can't catch a breath, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And it's something very. It feels like something of a higher power has entered the chat. Sort of thing.
Wind's kicking you up, making you
okay.
look like a banshee.
So because one of the only people alive that she cares about just ran away in terror, this now seems like a threat has entered the chat.
That's fair. I mean, I would like to say wait, no, no, please.
So I guess she's just going to reach down and pull out this whip that's just studded in spikes.
Oh, by the way, I made pictures of all of you with that AI generator and all that in the next. I want you all to prove it. We will prove it tonight. Go ahead.
She's going to grab this whip and crack it, just staring daggers, and say, "Stop!"
I don't know how. I think you see Serenity kind of the veneer of everything's chill sort of thing. I think it's a lot of piled on stuff.
Yeah.
Very Galadriel.
Yeah, very much.
Cool.
I think this is she's reached her breaking point a little bit, and she's like, I wish that I could. I wish that I could.
Number 2.
Meanwhile, I flew up another 80 feet up in the air.
So that is 80 or 160.
I'm at 160 now.
No, you can go a full 160.
Okay, as long as once I get up to that 160, I can still crush him.
Yeah, you can drop him as a bonus action.
Can he crush him?
But I need to crush the rat in my claws before I drop him. I want the ogre falling, not the rat. That makes sense?
It makes sense. Because you want to see the rat has like 2 hit points,
Right.
so it'll immediately revert and anything. But I know what you're saying.
Okay, cool.
Continue.
All right, fair.
Go ahead.
So I'm gonna drop him, and I want a giant ogre crater right.
Ogre crater.
If anything is going to distract Meredith and Morthil from wanting to kill her.
16d6.
All right, here we go. I got 4.
I've got 10 for you right here.
Oh, Jesus.
So on the verge of tears, I am. And then all of a sudden,
Just give me 2. Give me 2. There we go. Oh my God.
good God.
All right, there's 5. 5. 6.
We'd love to see it.
Yeah, no, there's so many. Like, I'm just getting the doubles, or like the multiples, so I can do quick math.
Rule number 1 of mental math:
Right.
find the multiples.
Yep.
The doubles.
There's 2 3. That was 2 3s. I promise that was 2 3s. I just clicked them. 5.
And you all watch as the eagle flies up and is apparently holding an ogre for just the slightest second. Now, in fairness, the eagle is the same size as the ogre, so could potentially fly with it.
You guys are just confused as hell at how this happened. All right, so 5 times 5 is 25, plus 9 is 34.
Jesus.
Plus 12 is 45. 46. Yeah, 47 there. Plus 18 is 65. Plus 2 is 67.
All right. So, when he lands unless you want to describe it.
No, that's cool. I know
When he lands, it's like well, I'll explain it myself. I don't want to copyright myself. When he lands, it is so hard that it sort of explodes and body parts fly everywhere. I need everyone within
telepathy.
He
coming to
lands
be like,
right here.
This is for you.
He lands right here, so I need everyone within 30 feet of there just to make a dexterity saving throw to avoid flying body parts. So the center was right
No. Center's up here. I dropped it in the open clearing was the idea.
over here.
A little bit north.
Oh, you want it to be north.
Yeah.
All right, cool. No, then you don't need to.
Okay.
That's fine. That's fine.
I'm getting hit by an arm.
You got slapped by a dead ogre.
But in any case, there are ogre parts, and you don't seem to see the others coming back. You do, well, you roll a perception check.
Mary didn't know what's going on.
Yeah, you hear mumbling off in the distance, but it's so far off that you can't tell exactly what they're saying. All right, and nobody else in here has, and you dropped your spell anyway.
I rolled
All right, so, okay, cool. So that is all done, and now you all are standing here with a stranger amongst you as returned. This one is gone, this one is gone, this one is splattered body parts. And I will put red around him so that you know he's very much splattered. Normally I do the black, but we will do red. So you know.
Serenity, seeing like how upset, how she has kind of like come in here as a bull in a china cabinet sort of thing. She's just gonna run north, like basically just. I'm sorry, like very dejected.
If you want to give me these back.
Oh yes,
So I need them. Okay. 4, 3. Okay, so you run off to the north to sort of get away from all of this. Morty, what do you do?
Still not entirely sure this person isn't a threat, and kind of in predator mode. And she just ran, so I'm just gonna chase.
All right. You double move?
Yeah.
So you
she's-
two.
So she's going to start to run, and then she's going to explode into a swarm of bats.
Okay,
great.
And
I'm taking my 100 feet dash
So you didn't just move there.
Mm-hmm.
You moved there.
Yeah.
At least. Gotcha. Cool.
And I'm still only about 10 feet behind.
Okay.
So a ways ahead, what you see, she is running towards where the owl bears are.
I'm gonna see this from the sky, right?
You would be able to
Yeah.
see the same thing.
Why are you running?
I think them, the commotion of them running away would stop me in my tracks and kind of snap me out of my.
Oh yeah, at the end of my next turn, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
And I would take a quick moment to realize what's happening. I would see Morito take off and then boom, do her bat thing.
You actually would have run this direction to be away from her. Continue.
Then Merritt would get the kids. I would check to make sure we still have all the kids.
All of them seem to have hidden in a small grove.
Okay.
Just a tiny little grove. So you're going to gather all the kids around.
Yes.
Got you. Cool. So bring them back to right here.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
I'm gonna. I can close the gap
All right.
from the sky,
So you close the gap,
and I'm gonna yell at both of y'all. Stop, owlbears. Let's just talk.
You're talking in telepathy.
Yes, exactly.
Cool. Gotcha. All right. So telepathically, you speak to them and ask them to stop.
It really depends on what she does. As far as
I'm going to stop, and without turning around, I'm kind of just going to crumple into a sort of prayer position, and I'm going to call out to Sarah's body,
Okay.
and basically just in a pleading sort of way, and I'm going to ask I'm just going to ask her why.
So describe to me. You just did, but I just need a better sense of how you do that.
So he says stop, and it's like immediately she stops, and she's gonna kind of throw her head back and fall to her knees, and sort of
Wailing.
not wailing, but like in an almost catatonic sort of way, and asking like why have I been chosen for this path?
Thornhill trips over.
Is this ascension?
did she specifically say first?
I think that I'm assuming that you might be able to hear. She's not necessarily yelling it, but she would say Sarah's body.
Oh,
I
that
think.
makes it big.
That
will stop.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So at this point, you eventually catch up to her and see her laying there. You see her kneel down as
Kind
she
of gliding
has,
around, like
and
circling.
you're okay. All right. And the two of you,
my back is to you. I'm
for
almost
the first time.
Mm-hmm. My back is to you, and I'm kind of just like I'm catatonic. Like I'm kind of just. I mean, honestly, you could kill her at this point, and she kind of would just. I mean, it would just be added to the roster, added to the list. I was supposed to not be alive anymore. I was supposed to ascend, and so we're here.
So she's gonna walk around in front of Serenity and look into her eyes.
She's gonna pretend not to. She's gonna do the
Yeah, but recognize something very, very familiar, and just put her whip up and look down and be like, "It's all right.
Is it?
It can be. I think. I'm not entirely sure yet myself. But I'm going that direction. Would you like to go with me?"
Take me away.
Reaching hand out.
Good.
She's gonna get up in a very dramatic sort of.
Yeah.
At this point, her actual grief has subsided, and she's back to the sort of portrayed sort of like, isn't life so hard?
Oh, God, we have a bipolar barbarian. Sweet.
I had one that just drank before. And you see all of it.
I see it all, and when you're ready, join us back in the grove, or in the field. You know where I'm going.
Serenity at this point is going to like collapse onto Morito.
Serenity, promise you that's not a good idea. Let's pull yourself together. We need to get back to the children.
The children?
Yes. Come on.
I'll introduce you.
Wow.
I'll see you back at camp, or at our group.
So, what do you do to? I'm just curious. What does a dragonborn do to keep children happy while he's by himself? Rosalind
You're going to turn
is there.
Merritt into a circus clown, I see. Sorry, I'm the birthday party magician here.
Yes, yeah. By all means, you do you.
Your birthday party clown.
Think of it as superhero parties, you know?
Exactly.
Well, Merritt would gather the children and make sure that they're safe. And I would tell them, you see, children, there are many scary things, and sometimes we can't avoid them. But take solace in knowing.
And you hear in your head the voice of Vikram. Do not just till then. So then, use the art of Sarasvati.
I would say, children, you seem. There are people with you right now who care enough about your safety to risk everything to get you where we think you'll be okay. So take solace in that. If ever, sit down, breathe with me, and we'll wait for everybody to come back.
Okay.
So everybody,
roll
with
persuade.
crisscross applesauce.
And Sarah goes, bitches, bitches, bitches.
I feel like Rosalind would have knocked her upside the head for that.
That's a 19 persuasion.
Nice.
What's interesting is no. I'm just not going to do that. They all sit down and it's processed applesauce, and by the time you all come back, they're all sitting there chanting, "Bitches, bitches, bitches."
And as we walk up, I'm going to be very candidly talking to Morito. And that's why I think, forgive me for saying this, but the gods are kind of bitches for what they've done to me.
I would just over my head and shave and just.
I hate to be a bitch about it, but
No, I totally get it.
yeah, bitches. I tell you, bitches. And then I hear the children. See,
Did they hear you first, or did you hear that?
surely they did. Surely they did.
I'm gonna land.
I'm sorry. Can we just go?
We leave you alone for 5 minutes.
All right, children. Let's proceed.
Okay.
And they all get up with me and we start walking.
Or would you like to take a short rest first?
I'm gonna let's take a short rest.
Okay.
I'm gonna pop back.
All right, bitches, I guess.
Somehow I have gone to the crisscross applesauce. I'm in the front line of the children.
I'm gonna step up and just put my hand up like this and silence.
All right, so you two roll persuasion. Or are you trying to intimidate
I'm
them?
not trying to intimidate. I'm just trying
Both
to.
of you two roll persuasion, and let's just see what happens here.
I think that is.
Fuck me.
Persuasion. That's a 12.
It's a 10 at best. I don't think it.
Eventually, what happens is as always happens with children, it gets old, and they just kind of like, oh, I guess we're laying down now, and they all just sort of nod off in the ground because that's what kids do, except for one of the ones that's closer to a couple of them that are closer to being like teenage.
Gotcha.
Who are like, I'm not gonna.
They're over it. Yeah.
But in any case, you all sleep. How are you keeping track of what's going on around you? Just give me an idea. You're not taking a rest.
Yeah, we're taking a short rest.
Yeah. I just want to know how you're doing it. There's a reason.
Okay.
I'm just kind of sitting around.
Okay. Just sitting around taking your rest.
I don't necessarily, I'm not like super pressed for taking a short rest, so I might just meditate. Like,
That's exactly.
Just sit and kind of like be vigilant.
Okay.
Sort of vigilant.
So I would assume that Modito told me about Serenity knowing about.
And
So I would,
you two
I would
can
say,
have it.
Serenity, come with me.
Okay.
Sit down.
Okay. I am sitting. But sit over there. Okay.
Yeah, sit down. Let us quiet our minds. Let us commune and be one with Six One. And allow me to show you the movements that Bikram, my mentor, showed me. And he would start to do his hands in a very Tai Chi sort of way.
No more boy, buy me a chow.
I need a double whopper with cheese. And we do our meditation.
Beautiful.
While still being aware of what's going on, but we're meditating.
All right. And as you're doing it, the meditating, both of you roll perception. You know what? It doesn't matter who sees it. The two of you, out of the corner of your eye of the meditation,
12.
you see the three owl bears over to the side.
How close are they to us?
They are about 40 feet away from you. And they seem to be looking mostly for smaller game, because they're actually
There is some
more
ogre
like
stew
owls.
and a
Yeah.
big hole in the ground.
Yeah.
In any case, they are heading in that direction, and when they smell the ogres, it kind of emboldens them.
Oh.
And you see one of them run forward. It picks up an arm and goes running off.
Nice.
Serenity loves owlbears, by the way. Like in the way that a kid would love like a tiger at the zoo and doesn't really understand that the thing can like tear your heart up. And she's just like, hey.
And the second one runs up, grabs at a leg. You all are not even remotely anything. It sees you, and look at him. You can see it's a bit wounded from the fight with the ogres, and it runs off. The third one is a little bit afraid of you all, and he comes to about there. All four of you. Let's see who we're going with first. Merritt, what are you doing?
I would stand up and tell Serenity, my job, continue with your meditation. And I would very calmly walk towards the owl bear.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow right behind you, just
Okay.
on the side.
All right. The closer you, every step you take, it sort of takes a step or two back. It's anchored as well.
What baby?
Can I?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm gonna use like I'm kind of gonna call it. I'm gonna conjure good berries, and I have what's it called? Animal handling. So just kind of like, hey, it's okay. Come here. You're hurt. Like let's take care of you.
All right. Roll persuasion with disadvantage.
Would it be persuasion or animal handling?
Oh, animal handling?
Yeah.
That's no, it's not animal handling because they're monsters.
Oh yeah.
They're a little bit more intelligent than regular.
Yeah, they are.
All right.
I learned that in Oxventures. They also tried to use speak with animals, and it was like,
Anybody else want to bag that? Hey, you like owlbears? You want to bag that
I-
support?
I'm actually like right behind Merritt, and I'm like,
I roll with
All right,
advantage.
so you can roll normally.
come here, little baby.
Normally or with advantage? All right.
No,
Oh.
because advantage and disadvantage
Gotcha. I didn't know it was a disadvantage.
cancel each other out.
Cool.
Yeah.
12.
All right. So it stops backing away. It's a bit tentative about the fact that there are 3 of you over there, but it stops backing away, and it begins paralleling around you. And what you can see is ogre brains lying on the ground, and you get the feeling that that's what it's headed for.
Mm.
And I'm going to use a spell. I'm going to use Healing Word.
Oh,
And just going to cast Healing Word on it. Like, I'm going to
Okay.
try and...
baby.
All right. It did not roll how much you did.
Okay.
Roll your.
2d4 plus 4.
Oh, you're doing it at second level.
That's first level.
Oh, first level. Okay, cool.
Yeah. It's just an owlbear. I'm not trying to, like, blow combat. So 6 plus 4, 10 health.
All right. So it basically takes care of a lot of the damage that he suffered, last thing.
And then from there, I'm just going to, like, kind of, with the good berries, I'm just going to kind of set them down. If I can see he's going for that brain, set them all down. There's 10 of them. They're all 1 HP apiece.
Okay.
I'll set those down next to it. It's like,
All right.
Here you go, bro.
So he sort of picks up a brain, and instead of running off with it, he sort of starts eating it there.
Mm.
You finish your short rest, and by the time you're finished, he's done, but you can still see him off in the distance. The other 2 have sort of disappeared.
Okay.
And from here, you head on to the north. All right. It takes until about sundown for you all to reach the tribe.
Okay.
Okay, you're back at the tribe,
Oh, goody.
and of course there is a feast ready for you there, and all the children are there, and he, of course, similar reaction. You bring 2 of them now.
Well, Morito's got her hood pulled up. She is trying to go full incognito because it's possible that his people
roll
people,
deception,
and my people want me dead.
She's gonna. Serenity, on the other hand,
roll deception, or if you've got a disguise kit or something. Okay.
Just trying to be low.
Serenity's just walking up. Hi again.
13.
Oh my god.
All right. So, and you do a good enough job. At first, they're like, but then they're like, she is good. But what are you doing with her?
Like I said, I met her when you met her. However, she did help protect the children. We landed, we were going to find them. And this one, she has a good heart. She fought harder than any other Ganassi I've ever seen.
And he looks at you and he said, what is your mission?
Well, what is it that Mauricio said to me? Trying to find a way to. I guess I'm just trying to find my way and sort of my place. Now that stuff has happened, you don't just need to necessarily know about that. But you didn't ask for all my trauma. But I am trying to, I guess, build a person.
Roll persuasion.
What was her name again? Sorry, your character's name?
Serenity.
Serenity. Gotcha.
Merritt would also chime up. He is a young one. Abandoned and alone. It is not her fault. She does not
Roll
yet
with
have a path.
advantage.
We're not all lucky enough to have our path,
13.
our path and our destiny laid out clearly before us.
And he says,
She's awkwardly smiling.
he says, you may spend the night, but beyond that, you must complete a mission to show us that you are worth our time.
Father, does my word mean nothing here?
Of course it does.
No, the man is right. I kind of just fell into y'all's lives, and it's only fair. Yeah, I did fall. I did.
No, you quite literally fell.
I fell. I
Put his hand over your mouth, Serenity.
and she still told me.
I'm just gonna raise my hand, but I'm like,
It's not wise.
she
You
risked
get in
her
the middle
life
of a
to
father
protect
and son
both of your
quarrel.
children,
Let it
and
be.
all of the children we have brought as well. Is that not enough? I understand that your mistrust for her people and that they've been attacking. I genuinely have no. I don't see the connection between her and anybody else. Any problems you have had in the past.
Then come, we will sit. And as the sun goes down, you all sit in this very large circle with a fire.
Mhm.
We will consult nature to see how this will happen. And he does a ceremony. It's not unlike what Vikram does, but it's more druidic in nature. And he says different words to it. And he as you actually see these nature spirits appear as he's talking, and one of them says, "You must bring them to us one by one, and we will extinguish them." And then you see this path, and the path leads roughly south and east of where you are, and you see a very large castle. And there's another castle on the other side, but the castle that it leads to is this particular one. And a second spirit walks up. You will find your men here. And the fire goes up very big, and you know that the path to find these 4 missing woodsmen is about half a day south, east, in a castle.
Is that what y'all's original thing was?
No, we had nothing to do with it.
Okay, gotcha.
That's why I'm like, we got our own shit. We got our own fish to fry here. Like, I just want to make sure our stuff is getting handled too. That's all.
I wanted to know if are there any words that he says during this sort of the chant sort of ceremony thing?
Well, it's just a flat intelligence check. Just roll an intelligence saving throw, so that you know.
Got you. Let's put 0. 10 on the die.
All right. You hear?
No. Yeah.
No, you hear the word for dead and not dead. You all, some of you all actually know this word. You would know it from what happened in the Temple of Ogma. The people that took them are some combination of dead and not dead.
And I'm assuming because it's a druid thing, I just understood this whole thing.
Sure.
Okay.
Yep. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, the reason I was asking is because I feel like the big thing with Serenity is like music or like sort of almost Baptist choir sort of thing, where it's like she may recognize the word dead or not dead, and a tune comes to her mind from the monastery that she would start humming.
And when he comes out of it, he comes out of his trance. He says, "So the path is clear. you will journey to this castle. Bring our men back, and if you can, bring back one of these things. Otherwise, simply take them out.
We can do this.
Mhm.
The children with Rosalind and everybody.
Mhm.
Like I'm assuming the ritual's over. We're just kind of hanging out now. The reason we came is we seek shelter for the children.
Mhm.
They are younglings, and they would be. I feel they would. They have no home to begin with. I feel like we, as a tribe, could take them in.
Roll persuasion with advantage, as your father seems to be sort of
19.
all right. He says, "Very well, they may stay."
Good.
And he calls over a bunch of the kids. Each of the kids is just a little bit older than him. And you all watch as what happens is they begin. All these little kids start teaching them words and spells, and you hear the sounds of wolves coming from random areas all over the place. And the kids, they do it, and then they laugh, and they run off to another spot, and then they do it again, and they laugh, and they run off, and they just, for them, it's like some kind of weird game. And then you see some of them just going with a little bit of fire, and with a little bit of fire just all over the place.
Peter, are you? I know it's him. I just know it. I know it.
No. Peter is fully ready to journey along with you all. He might be very. He says, "Come on now, you saw how helpful I am. If you trust her, I trust her."
Very well. I want nothing to come between you two. No more.
Peter is like your best friend. I don't know if you recognize that, like between our interaction, but we're clearly like besties. This is a friendly banter sort of thing.
Very well, very well.
Okay. Very well. So be it.
I feel like if we don't invite him,
He's going to come anyway, so it's fair.
I told y'all Peter is my friend, and he needs to be on the trip with us.
You've seen like some animes when like the characters are staring at each other. There's like lightning going between their eyes. Like the moment we turn our back, that's what happens with y'all.
I don't know what y'all are talking about. I have a respect for Peter that is it is truly profound.
He is a good kid.
The kid's got chutzpah.
So you all, they actually monitor over the evening, and the short rest is your long rest. Excuse me. You get a long rest over the night.
Taking a long rest. I got a long rest, and I'm back to full health. Got my spells back.
Serenity literally sleeps like this.
Everyone can add 11 temporary HP.
Oh, really?
Upon the morning, where Maurithel, for your benefit, will bite her finger and proceed to draw a little symbol on your forehead.
Okay.
You'll feel a little rush of strength.
How much is it?
11.
11, got you.
Okay.
How the fuck do I get temporary health points to work on this?
Just go to hit points. Just click on where it says hit points, and then customize.
Oh, I got it. Should be in the box.
Yeah, and you can put in the temporary hit points.
I am so awesome.
That is the inspiringly flavored gift.
I love that.
So in the morning after Merritt finishes his meditations, he would find Morithel, because she doesn't sleep. And I would ask her, "My friend, I was declaring this morning. Are you doing okay?"
I gorged myself on ogre blood yesterday. I think I'll be alright, barring a great deal of blood loss and violence, which seems to accelerate my hunger. But other than that, actually, I'm fantastic.
May I ask you a question of curiosity?
You are going to, whether I say yes or no.
Yes, I am. I've seen you sample a couple different beings. How was ogre blood?
one's ever asked me what it's like to feed. It's difficult to explain. I don't really know how to compare it to anything that you would understand.
I've always noticed that when you feed, you seem to
Come alive?
you see a different. Yes, most definitely you're present and feeding, and there's a different sense of you. You are frenzied and fantastic, but I don't feel you in that moment.
That much I might be able to understand my limited ability to understand what it is I am and what I'm going through. If it seems that way, it's probably not what you think, actually.
Just know that
My hunger and the frenzy that you talk about is more of who I am than the way that you see me now. When I feed, I am less distracted by it. The howling desperation for blood is quieted. And so a bit more of me can come out, but the more of me that does is broken.
yes,
So
I understand. It both quiets some voices, yet awakens others.
the voices, the voice that it awakens are those of people that have died,
Okay,
and I include myself in that.
I just wanted to make sure you're okay, my friend.
As okay as I can be.
And as you complete your rest, you come back. The two of you are awake.
Oh yeah, I also don't sleep because
Peter is ready to go.
Of course he is.
Got someone to hang out with.
It's like Christmas morning to him.
Yeah. He's like, I get if I did things.
With Peter, I don't know how his armor works, but whenever I got my upgraded armor, my leather or the whatever it is, I have my old set of armor.
Okay.
Can I give that to Peter to make sure that he's not going to get himself fucking killed?
Absolutely. So his armor class is now 15. For the moment, I'll give you the stats for him so you can add him in there, just sort of. I created him somewhere. He's a sidekick, so it's a little bit different.
Right.
And I basically remember what he does. He's good at distracting to give other people advantage, and then he gets +2/6. Okay, cool. And he hides very well. All right, cool. But your father comes to you and he offers you. He says, "I do not know which of you." He says it might be better if one of you took this with you. And he holds out. It looks like a ceremonial dagger. And he says, "This is the radiant dagger that was given to us to help fight these creatures. It is something of this nature that will help to kill them. Which of you will wield it
So is going to
best?"
step away, like not even voluntarily. Just
And
like,
Peter says, "Me,
no, absolutely not.
Kale,
me."
please take ownership of this blade.
I will take the blade.
Okay. All right. It's a dagger that does a D4 radiant damage when you hit.
Okay.
It's +1, but it does a D4 extra radiant damage, and I will create it in there. Or
Okay. Yeah, you can make it in my inventory.
Yeah, then you can just add it. All right. So you head out, and you get the same feeling that you got when you're headed this direction. It's as if everything is avoiding you. There are no sounds of creatures.
Before we leave, can I have the conversation with can I have a conversation with my dad?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I wanted to just kind of take him aside and ask him, you've dealt with these half undead, half living creatures and so far.
Yes.
Have they all been hostile, or are we the? I mean, without giving any information away, I just want to know.
These have all been hostile, and they are driven by something.
Mhm.
They are recruiting. They are making an army. They keep saying, or rather, there is one that keeps saying, for Ashok.
We've heard of Ashok. We are going to get our people back. If they have been turned, or it's been started, is there a way to bring them back from that?
That is an excellent question.
I will meditate on it while you are gone.
Okay. I fear that you said they were taken multiple days ago. If the process has been started, I would like to know if there's a way to undo it. I don't want to kill our own people if we don't have to.
And so he goes into what you would recognize as a tribal hut. He has them begin building it, and they go getting the peyote type substance to put in there, and that's where he will be until you guys make it back.
All right, sure.
All right.
Cool.
All right.
I feel like without giving up too much information to him, our party might benefit from that knowledge.
Yeah. That's an excellent.
Yes.
I very
Maybe.
much would like to know.
Yes.
Possibly. All right. So it's as I said, there just doesn't seem to be a lot of activity along this road, and it's a fairly well-traveled road. Most of them are like paths and animal trails that you follow. This one actually, it's only like an hour outside where your tribe is more fully traveled, and you see that people have been building stonework to head up that direction, as if this is the next place that's going to be settled. Bremen. Then there's a little hostel.
How far away from Bremen are we?
You're like 3 days north of Bremen. That's where the tribe is, because you have to get up over the mountain. But the path leads this way up and that way. Normally, you went straight north over the mountains because you unaware. Yeah, unaware. You just were sent away. So as you head south, eventually you see the crossroads that south and east. You see the crossroads that it was talking about, and you see the very building, and it is this building here. And from a distance, you hear voices very similar, with a similar accent to what he had, and you'll occasionally hear one of them cry out in pain. You all are currently about 230 feet away from it, and you hear one of them say, "Stop! Either kill me, or either send me to my doom, or just end this, or let me go. End this now."
Oh, y'all.
Going to
You gonna do some baddie recon for us?
I'm gonna go just recon this whole area.
Is there anything that I can climb atop?
Oh yeah, there are trees, various trees.
I would like to try and get into a tree that would have a little overlook.
Roll investigation, see if you can find one.
Oh, you should totally.
I can use telepathy. I don't need to talk to you guys.
Crouching tiger, hidden dragon.
Oh, that's exactly what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking, actually, because I do have a climb speed of 50, and I was like, might as well.
How fucking cool would it be to because we got an angry barbarian now? and a giant eagle. I come in and attack.
You said investigation, correct? Just a 13.
So you find a tree. Unfortunately, you can see the building on the inside, but the wall, the gate is a little bit too tall.
Got you.
So the angle is not good for you. Are you changing into a giant eagle or not?
Not yet. I think I'm going to stay with Morthil.
All right. So as the bats fly over, interestingly enough, nobody thinks of it, but as you fly over, you see 4 men in a stockade.
Okay.
And you see one very strange undead thing right next to them. And every once in a while, a claw will come out and just go down the back of one of them, just like, oh! And that's when you hear them saying it. By flying over them, you notice that there are 2 more that you would not have seen from the front. And this guy here looks different than the others.
Okay.
That one there looks to be more composed, more in control, whereas the others are wild. And every once in a while, the others go a little bit feral, and they use 2 fingers, or they.
Usually you have to pay extra for that.
You know.
Money where I probably can't afford it.
So those are the stockades.
Yes, and so the stockades. Roll an investigation from your where to see what else you can see. That's just very readily available. That's what's going on.
So how many baddies?
Can I do perception?
You can do perception.
15.
So there's 1 undead per stock.
2 and 2.
2, yeah.
So there's 8 baddies over there plus the
There's 2 guys in stocks here and 2 over there, and there's one of these creatures.
one has their own torture.
Gotcha. Let me make it a little
And then
bit
there's
bigger.
this guy that's a little different,
Yeah.
and one next to him.
So there's 1 baddie per
Okay.
stockade.
Yeah.
Got it.
And then
Okay.
there's these 2 guys.
All right. So you notice that this the 2 entryways from the front are completely collapsed. The building, nobody could live here. And that should be your first clue. No one could live here. But you do flying over, and nobody says anything. There is a clear entrance in the back.
Okay.
Got you.
So once I'm done doing my recon, I'm going to come back to everybody and basically like draw a diagram of this situation.
You draw this.
Yeah, in the dirt, some rocks and some sticks, and here's this and here's that. Point out the that rear entrance, and then just kind of be like, what they would not expect would be for us to come from within the building.
That is true.
That would also potentially allow us to bottleneck them.
I mean,
At an entrance.
we cannot come up in the building, but I can send something to come up in the courtyard.
I think I can too, although I am hesitant.
And I can summon an earth elemental and put it right in the center of him. He'll come up through the ground. So not much they can do to stop that.
Yeah.
We get that attention on him.
That would be an excellent distraction.
The one that I think we need to concentrate on is this one.
Yes.
If this one is defeated first, it may be extending its influence over the others. If that influence is removed,
Right.
they will not fight as effectively together.
No,
They
absolutely.
will still be dangerous, but they won't be coordinated. So I think we need to take him out first.
If we can do the bottleneck situation somehow, I can basically just, if we can get them all just coming at me and I'm behind that entrance wall or something like that, I could just take them out as they're coming around the corner. Realistically, I don't know about the.
What's your ability to take on multiple at once?
Fairly good. fairly good. I can. There's several different things that I can have at my disposal.
I'm thinking if we group them up, because these guys are all tied down, right?
I'm not worried about being surrounded.
So I'm thinking is we bring the Earth Elemental up from the ground, get them to charge him. I fly you in, bail off of me.
Yeah.
And from there, I can turn my attention to the big guy.
1,000%.
That way, us three handle the big guy. Her and the elemental handle the mob.
Yeah.
And
because even if you drop me like so that you don't take a ranged attack potentially, I have slow fall. I
have feather fall. If I up, then I'm fine.
Oh yeah, but I'm made to I'm made to withstand a lot.
All right. So I think that's going to be our battle plan. I'll summon the Earth Elemental, send him underground. I'll go Giant Eagle, hop on the back. We go sky high, like well above their perception. Right. If there's any clouds or anything, consider us above them.
Right.
And as soon as he comes up out of the ground, we're beelining to the center. I'll pull up at the last second. You jump off at that moment, so you don't take fall damage.
Yeah.
But I'm going to yeet the hell out of there.
Yeah, and that's totally cool with me. The one thing I would be worried about is the head honcho over here. I don't know what. I do have a pretty high wisdom, so I could.
Your spell resistance is okay.
Yeah.
If we can time it right, this is the back entrance over here.
Right.
So
they're all focused on me.
They're focused on you.
You come in the back.
Yeah. As we start the shit show over there, these two come out here. They take sniper shots at Zen.
Kane and I will come to the back.
Exactly.
Perhaps I can take care of both of them with a fireball.
Launching a fireball here is beautiful.
Yeah,
I like that.
Definitely.
We come, and then from there, you guys open fire. I'll circle around, come down, and then I'll run support. I'll keep you alive, and I'll run support for the whole battle. Whoever needs me, I'll be there.
Yeah. And honestly, don't worry about me too hard. I have a few tricks to avoid. I do have a question. Temporary hit points. So Morithil just gave me some temporary hit points. I have a little ability that allows me to, my monk ability in the Way of the Long Death, if I drop somebody to 0, they're within 5 feet of me, I get 10 HP.
So you choose which ones to keep.
Got you.
So if you only get 5 back, you choose whether you keep the 11 that you already have.
Right.
But let's say the 11 got reduced to 2 and you got 5 back, you choose to take the 5 instead of the 2 that you still have.
You can't compound it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. I can cut.
Let's rock and roll.
Thinking about it, I'm like, that is the summon a concentration spell? No, it's summoning spell for the.
Yeah. You have to concentrate on it.
I have to concentrate on that. Okay.
Yep, which you can do in once you cast the spell.
Right.
In your owl form, but if you get hit, which you might want to take Warcaster,
I have
going to run.
I do.
Cool. Remember that so that if you ever get hit, so you roll with advantage. All right, cool. All right, so this is the plan as I understand it. Elemental summon goes underground, comes up in the middle. Eagle and monk fly. Monk barbarian fly overhand.
Actually, let's do that so I don't run the risk. You have the ability to slow fall.
I do. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to paradrop her fucking 80 feet above the ground.
You two, before they do this, are going to do your best to sneak around to the back.
Well, and you could in back mode, you could end up in the trees and just reform and drop straight down at the base of that tree if you wanted to.
Oh, I can just go right in and hit them.
And then, I'm the most boring entrance of all.
No, you're melee.
Don't forget about me, guys.
All right, then I need you tanking the big bad.
Got it.
So
I'm going to summon some.
Let's do this way, because there's no really good. Now, let's consult the cards.
Oh, I love it.
Let's consult the hand of fate. Let's see how well timed all of this stuff is. All right. So, Earth Elemental here. Let's put it in there.
Isn't that what they say? If you want to hear your DM laugh, tell them your best laid plans.
All right. So So the earth elemental appears, and you wanted it to appear right there.
I'm thinking closer to here. I need it farther. Well, no, basically along this little path.
There you go. Okay, cool.
I need it to draw attention, keep them away from.
So you want him to draw him there. All right. And then we want an eagle.
I'm 80 feet in the air. She's jumping off.
Eagle.
I love that. It's just there.
Yeah. And put you over there for the moment. And
Do you have a? Can you throw a shadow out there?
yes, I can. Give me just 1 second.
I love it so much.
See?
We're dropping serenity on them, kind of like freedom, but
Yeah. It's like let freedom ring.
yes.
Let the war dog sing.
Okay. And where do you want your shadow to be?
Just throw him on there real quick. I'm just gonna bring him into existence, like within melee range of this guy, because that's right where I'm.
That one?
No, the boss guy.
That one. Gotcha. Cool. All right.
And then when I jump into this fight, it is going to be within like 10
Okay.
feet of that
And
guy.
we will do Marito. You're up there at the top somewhere. I just don't see you. There you are.
Nope. And that's going to be. I'm not going into the trees. I'm going to literally be like
You're just gonna
10 feet away.
Just
from
to the right of the shadow.
the bad guy.
all right. 10 feet to the right.
Yep.
I
Yep.
gotcha. Cool.
That'll work.
All right. And Marid is.
I feel like I'm the guy from the Goonies. Hey, you guys.
Sauntering out.
Here we go. Yeah, for the longest short. You assholes better not come for
This
this.
is what I'm gonna do. Your monsters, your conjured your summons appear exactly as you wish them to do.
Mhm.
Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna time how well you do. Since you are together, I'm going to see how well you all time your stuff. Okay. Would either of you two like to cut the cards?
I mean, I got it.
Okay, cool. You time it perfectly. Right there at the time that it goes.
You're
Morita,
not me.
let's see how you do. Would you like to cut? Okay.
Do I take fall damage or do I need to calculate?
Roll a d20. The modifier is a 3.
It's an 18.
18. So you time yours perfectly as well. My friend, who is going in the entrance.
Why do I feel horrible about this?
If anyone's part,
Would you like to cut?
anyone's part can get fucked up, it's yours. It's fine.
Why don't you put your finger slowly going down? I'll tell you when to stop. Right there. That's good.
Oh, slow down, baby.
Get lower. All right.
Well, I didn't see it. I was.
So what happens is, as I'm running in and I hear the melee, I trip and fall and face plant.
Okay, bro, and you start the battle, bro.
Here's basically what happens. Sheer chaos as you all descend into this. So let's have all of you roll initiative at the same time. You, my friend, will wait one extra round.
The D20 did the work for you.
Oh, there you go.
That one. I was so bad. I got 15.
All right. So,
Okay, I got a 6.
did anybody roll over 20?
No, I got a +1 on initiative. I got a 2.
Nobody rolled over 20?
Mm-mm.
All right.
Hickety yikes.
Anybody roll 15 to 20?
Nope.
10 to 15?
11.
14.
A 1, 2.
And I should go last. Absolutely should go last.
You're 2.
Oh, 14. She
There.
Identify did right.
There first.
Oh, I see, said the blind man. I understand.
Okay. 5 to 10.
I got a 6.
Okay. And help me remember that Peter has to go during that time as well. Okay, you're at 5. You're fine. All right.
Peter's coming in with him, by the way. Like that's.
Oh, so Peter's with you. All right.
I gotta be. We don't have a way of getting in unless like
You'd have someone the back door.
All right. Cool. All right. So all of this happens. They see you do that. The first one to do anything.
And how do they react to the elemental?
This guy disappears.
Shut up. I hate this. I hate this already.
It's okay. The best laid plans.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably a smart move on his part.
Honestly,
Okay.
you know, do what you're best at.
These 4 over here. They actually all 4 turn towards the elemental.
Does my tribe have a name, by the way? I know this is kind of a random
Yes,
question.
the Elkund.
The Elkund?
Elkund.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Oh, with the elk.
Mm-hmm. The Elkund.
That showed up.
And they all attack. Seriously? No, no, they don't. They stand there. They move about that far away, just to be right. And they all attack your elemental.
The ranged attacker.
Yeah. What's its armor class? It's pretty high.
That's a good fucking question, man.
Mhm.
I should have had this ready to go.
It's like 17.
It's Earth
17-ish.
elemental, I believe so. Spells level is a
We'll go with that.
17's fine.
All right, cool. So miss and hit and 1 hit and 2 hits and 4 hits. So your elemental takes 36 points of damage
Jesus.
and, oh, I'm sorry, 28 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay? And then this one,
There's your notebook. Just gonna write it down.
He's got 126 HP.
he's going to move about, no, he's,
No, yours.
It's got.
Oh, I guess that changes.
no.
The shadow.
Yeah, no, he's just going to go ahead and attack the shadow.
You said it was 26 or 28?
28.
It's 28.
So he's got 60.
A 22, a 21, and a 12.
What was the original 60?
So yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm counting.
Both of those hit, or one of them hit?
Once you get to 60.
I say 15. So.
All right. Okay, so 7 points of. No, he has 9 points of necrotic damage because he's attacking with the normal attack. 9 points of necrotic damage.
Cool. So he's resistant to necrotics. So
That's fine. Okay, cool. Number 2.
That's me.
Okay.
Okay. First of all, bonus.
Oh, I'm sorry. Peter does get to go.
Right.
He goes down to the bottom of the stair, but he goes to that entrance, and what you see is there's stairs, and they go down, and he opens his eyes really wide, and he's like, and he does it anyway, and he runs to the bottom of the stairs, and he opens it up, and he's like,
This child.
he says, it's a dungeon.
Peter, get back up here and get the survivor.
No, he's back at the back.
Oh, he's back, like way back.
He's back there with
So
him.
Eric is the only one who can see him.
Mhm, There can see him. But he gets to go the first round. That's what he does. Number 2.
Okay, so first, bonus action, going into a rage.
Okay?
Actually, scratch that before I do that because I can't cast a spell when I am raging. So I'm going to cast Earth Tremor.
Okay?
To make this some difficult terrain, How much? What's the range? Oh, it's 10 feet. It's instantaneous. The range. Okay. Verbal. Okay. I'm going to create an earth tremor. Basically, I don't want to get the earth elemental. I'm going to cast it kind of over here by where I am.
Earth elementals go right through that.
Oh, yeah, duh. Okay, yeah, go ahead and I just don't want to hurt him.
It's
Gotcha.
10 feet or 20 feet?
It is 10 feet.
Okay.
It's 10 feet. Just to fuck their shit up a little bit. They have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
15.
He does not make it, but you will find that out later.
Okay. 1d6 damage, but this is to make this area difficult terrain mostly. So 3 damage.
Okay.
And now I'm gonna go into a rage.
Okay.
I'm going to use my movement to go ahead and hit this guy closest to me.
Okay.
Doing an unarmed strike.
And do I remember right that your movement thing allows you to avoid?
I can walk up walls and stuff. Wait, hold on. Yeah. It is something like that.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
3 points, you said.
So I'm going to. That's a 14 plus 5.
That should hit.
19. And then that is going to be 1d8 plus 2. So 5 plus 2, 7 damage. Let's go ahead and make it force damage because I can do that as a monk.
So how much force damage?
Let's go 7.
7. Gotcha.
And I can't. Yeah, and I'm just going to
Jump off.
I'm gonna chill there.
Jump off and run.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So you have run over to this one.
Yes.
Correct.
Mm.
All right. Number 3.
That would be me. Okay. I'm going to move to within 10 feet of this Deathlock White
Okay.
that my shadow is by, so I'm not going to be within melee range of him for him, but it is for me because I've got reach.
Okay. All right.
And then going to slash a couple whip strikes at him. Nice. Okay, so okay, cool. Let's both the hits. All right. And already transformed. Just gonna raise that to. So. Yeah. Okay. I got 2 hits for sure.
Okay.
Oh, that's fucking awesome. 16, 19, 20, 23, 26. He's going to take 32 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Gotcha.
And this scary, shadowy looking thing, it's got like antlers
Okay.
and some spikes, and it's extremely unsettling to look directly at. This thing is going to rip into this guy.
And what is this?
This is a shadow spirit that I summoned.
Gotcha.
This is a manifestation of these dark spirits.
And is it concentration?
Yes.
So what about your shadow?
No, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
I was just describing it a little bit.
Gotcha.
Okay. Maybe. It's fine. Okay, so it's going to attack twice. That's good.
So 18 and 23.
That's it.
It's going to do D12, 7. Average, that's interesting. 12 plus 14 is 26.
Yeah.
26 points of cold damage as this thing is just going to rip into this guy.
All right. And what you notice in both cases is that as you go through this thing, the undead nature of it seems to be like moving around some of the damage that you're doing to it, and it just sort of shakes it all off. Some of it, not all of it, but just some of it.
Okay.
Okay. Number 4.
It's right here. I'm gonna have the Earth Elemental just go into a charge towards this guy. One that.
Okay. Towards this guy, did you say?
Yep.
Okay. Have at it.
All right. So how do I do this attacks? Like I don't.
You can just roll.
Slam. Okay, I see.
I would just roll. Yeah, I would just roll that, and he has 2 of them.
Right.
No, you use the summon spell. So
No, it's got multi attack.
It's a multi. Okay,
Yep.
good. Yeah.
So I got slam, which is just yeah.
David's resistant to radiant damage.
Dagger.
These guys.
All right.
Maybe. I mean, they gave us that dagger.
So it's a.
It was radiant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Damage.
What's the add or the hit or addition?
They're like plus 8 to hit. It's ridiculous.
Okay. Yeah.
And
So
it's bludgeoning.
16 and 22 then.
Okay. Yeah. That he hits.
So okay. Then that would be this is a what 1d10 plus 4. All right. So d10.
2d10 plus 2d4.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Just straight plus 4. So
2d10 plus 8.
That's 15 plus 8 is 23.
Okay.
Cool. So he hits for 23.
And his damage
smash on that
seems to be working correctly. He's such a behemoth
Right.
that he just smashes through everything. As this thing tries to move out of the way, he can't move out of the way.
Okay.
And now you.
So for me, I'm gonna fly up and around and get over here. I'm gonna land right about here.
Okay.
I just want to stay out of their range of opportunity attack.
Okay.
And then I will shift back into human form.
Okay. I'm gonna trash that, and I put you down here for a reason. Didn't I put you on there? No, I did not. So here we go. Let me add you.
All right.
Kale, Bobale.
But it's a fan of a fail.
All right. There we go.
Don't wish that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Oh yeah, it's Peru.
All right. Then I'm gonna turn and I'm gonna hit the same one with Emerald Lightning.
Yes, you can do that.
Right.
Yep. Go ahead.
I'm gonna hit him with Emerald Lightning at level 3, which is Beam of Crackling Emerald Energy.
Emerald Lightning. I've never heard that.
Fucking cool.
Yeah.
It's lightning that'll poison him if
Love
yeah.
that.
Go ahead.
All right. So what is my spell fucking spell attack modifier? So its spell attack would be added to this roll. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, fuck! It's in that one.
Oh. Yeah. Unfortunately, you automatically miss. All right, number 5.
All right, so
Now we go. Go. Yeah, you're at the end. I was gonna have you wait one, but you're at the end. It took care of it for you. I agree with you.
then I would come out into the courtyard. I would move 30 feet out.
So you can't move out into the courtyard because when you actually go down to where Peter is, or are you coming around the building? So here we go. You go downstairs. Hold on. I gotta do some stuff here real quick. Hold on. Just give me a second
We're
here.
up on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
The idea was for you to just come to the edge and just start raining stone down on it.
Yeah, because I'm thinking it's like an elevated courtyard.
So for the back door, I'm coming into a lower level.
You walked up the back of the building, and then when he tried to go
Give me a
down into
second.
the fight, he found a dungeon rather than a way out into the courtyard.
Oh damn. Yeah. This kid, man.
You don't even know. You don't
Dude,
even
this
know.
kid gets into so much shit, and like he's so helpful, but like, goddamn it, stop trying to kill the kids
All right. So you see.
or sell them. Jesus.
Cancel.
accidents. Anybody else hear System of a Down when he said
Peter is my best friend, and I think it's rude that you would put him at risk.
that? So whose damage didn't do well against it?
Me, I guess.
Oh, because it's a undead shadow on shadow.
I mean, I am using a what? I don't know. I don't know
What type of damage did you?
What did you use?
I whip.
And
It's magic.
okay, all right. They didn't know that. Didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Remind me. All right. So when you go downstairs, you see that dimly lit hallway instead of the courtyard to the castle.
You really didn't waste your first turn.
And Peter is right there.
Bring him up with you. Fuck. Can't give y'all nothing.
Peter, at this point,
Not a
it's his own
competent.
token.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I forget if I put him in there. Come on, Peter.
I think you threw him in there, but you can't see him because it's
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, there he
it
is.
do be like that. Okay.
And just by the way, Peter tried to hide but didn't do a good job of it. He's up against the wall and thinks he's hidden.
So do I have a choice? Can I pull him out by his collar and find out how to
You
get out?
do you.
Yeah, I'm not trying to go down here and explore this by myself.
Right. So you go down and you since you see him, you try and get him. Go ahead. And
I'm leaving him there.
huh?
I thought you said you grabbed him by his collar.
I thought about that. No, I'm going to leave Peter there.
All right. Cool.
No, I'm going to say, young one, if you want to hide from me in your mischief, feel free.
Okay.
But know that the consequences are on you and you alone. I beseech you, come with me to help our allies up top.
You trying to intimidate him or persuade him?
I'll try to persuade him.
Okay.
Oh, that's one.
nice.
All right. And of course, he's like,
Doesn't mean he's going to do it.
That means he's gonna be happy to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So he goes ahead and it comes on and follows you.
It is 9:25. I would just like.
Is it?
Yes.
How do we go?
Ladies and gentlemen,
We
it's
usually
your
try to
GM.
stop
Was it something?
There's so much to undo.
Yeah. To pack up.
Yeah.
Well, we know that it's hit the fan,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
and we will be ready for it.
That's a fun place to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that actually is a really fun little
All
cutscene.
right, so let me do this. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you all for being here. I hope you all enjoyed. We will try and remember what your number was because I don't want to re-roll all of that.
Number 4, motherfucker. Bitches. Bitches.
3.
I'm a very
Yeah.
get it.
I think that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was very cute. Very cute.
All right. In any case, for those of you that are out there, I know you're out there, Justin. There may be a few other people. I will edit this and put it up on YouTube probably sometime tomorrow. It may be Thursday because I got another campaign, but I'll put it on YouTube, and then we can watch it. Watch the various clips. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next week.